luck came in threes. The Wings were hauntingly good, and it's their legacy which now laces the faces of today's team. Sure, it's history now, but don't put it past Detroit to embrace the lessons of a bygone era. The Red Wings, #1 in the NHL this year, as they hit mile-high Denver, insisting that the heroes of the past and the hopes of today won't vanish into thin air. Tonight, the Western Conference Final Series shifts to Denver, Colorado at 5,200 feet amidst 20,000 on their feet, set to welcome the Colorado Avalanche up 2-0. It's the Detroit Red Wings clearly feeling the pressure as we anticipate excitement in Game 3. This town was founded in 1858 when prospectors found gold in Cherry Creek, and they built the town of Denver, and about a century later thought they had pure gold when they hired Don Cherry to coach the Colorado Rockies. He and Lanny McDonald were to rescue the fledgling franchise, but Arthur Imperatori, the owner from New Jersey, was bent all along on getting the team over to the state of New Jersey. The foundation never really set, and I think Don said something about his goaltending somewhere along the line. It was a marvelous time. The fans loved his dynamic style. But Ralph Mellanby, our old executive producer, realized he was best suited to be here with Ron McLean. Good evening. Don Cherry, what do you think?
Yes, well, I'll tell you that we saw Stevie Yzerman this morning. God love you, see him out there, boy. He's a worker. He never went full out. He's given it a shot, and here he is giving it a shot. He never went full out. I hope Scotty won't put him on the power play because it'd be cold. I hope he can finish the game because it's going to be awful tough on him. The worst injury in the world to play. And where are they getting all these groins? I can't figure it out. But never mind Scotty. You remember when he was with Pittsburgh? He was down 3-1. And who the guys he's bringing up now?
He's got Jamie Pusher and Anders Eriksson going in because, as you saw, Paul Coffey's back's too bad to go tonight.
Right. Paul tried giving a shot this morning, too. He brought up Tagnanati, Stanton, and Pack, and he went on to win. Remember, he beat out Washington to win the Stanley Cup. So never count out a team of Scotty Bowman.
You've said all along that these fans listen to him. You can't see, the building's so dark, but when the players come by us, and they will in a moment, let's address first what Detroit has to do to get at Colorado.
Look, I could tell you a million things. I could tell you they got to get in, they got to hit. Let's be perfectly honest about the whole thing. Osgood's got to steal a game here. They can't go down 3-0 or it's sayonara. These guys have been playing that well. He's been playing okay. Pat Roy. They got out. Everybody saying Colorado played such a great game. They got outshot 35-20. We better get over because here comes Patrick now, and he looks like he's going to run right over top of him. And Patrick Roy is the reason that they're doing so good. He's the guy right there that they're doing it right now.
Scotty Bowman, head coach of the Red Wings, has been around great goaltending all of his life, and we asked the head coach what he would plan to do to solve Roy.
Well, obviously we solved them up to this series. I think maybe, I don't feel our team is psyched as much as people might think, but we've been guilty when we're in close of putting the puck right at his feet. And you got to get it up top, and we've missed the net when we've tried to go high. So it's a combination of everything, but you got to get people in front of the net. I mean, we've had some good shots off face-off. We got to drive more to the net, and if they're going to stop you from driving to the net, you got to push them around and try to get there. So that's going to be I call it in the paint area, like in basketball. You know, that part where they take a lot of shots. We're not taking any shots from the paint.
Let's head up to the broadcast booth and get a thought on tonight's game from Harry Neal. Harry?
Well, I don't think the Colorado Avalanche defense corps has been given the credit they should in the entire playoffs, let alone these two games. And the two that have impressed me the most, Sylvain Lefebvre and Adam Foote. They're big, they're tough, they make safe plays with the puck. Watch them on the one-on-one rush. They rarely get beaten. Take a look at them in the one-on-one coverage in the defensive zone. They select the right guy, and they take him out. They kind of remind me of the old-time defensive defensemen. Leo Reese, Bill Gadsby, Bernie Flaman, Bobby Bond, Jimmy Thompson. Someday when you get a minute, Ron, have Grapes tell you about those guys. They could play.
You know what, Harry? Grapes and I were reminiscing. He's planning a whole coach's corner for Saturday night's telecast based on his time spent here in that great era of 1979-80. But it's 1996 that's got Detroit worried. Up next, Game 3 of the Western Conference Final on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Summer sounds good, but it could sound even better. Oh, yeah. The Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event. You could win the ultimate electronic playroom. A Bang & Olufsen audio system. A Sony TV. A compact Rosario. A cool phone and a Walkman. Thousands of prizes to be won.
Look for specially marked cases or for entry without product purchase. Call 1-800-225-8255. Must be of legal drinking age.
So listen up this summer. The Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event sounds good.
I hear ya.
Sure, I deserve 15 mil. I hit 3 out of the park last season.
I didn't know Harry was loaded when I married him.
Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. Brought to you by Molson Canadian. By Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited. And by Pepsi Stuff. People who drink it, get it.
Trail of the Stanley Cup for the next two nights. We're in Denver and Miami. Who'd have thought that? The Red Wings and the Avalanche Game 3 forthcoming. Here's a look at teams who've already overcome 2-0 deficits in the 1996 Stanley Cup playoffs. The Pittsburgh Penguins were down 0-2 to the Washington Capitals, and the New York Rangers fell into a similar hole, losing twice at Madison Square Garden before defeating the Canadiens. We're set for Game 3. Let's take you back to the booth. Bob Cole and Harry Neal. Bob?
Thank you, Ron, and good evening, everybody. We are set for Game 3 here at the McNichols Sports Arena. The goaltenders, Chris Osgood. Well, I think the time is now for the 23-year-old to step up and win one for the Wings. He's done it before. It's almost a must tonight. It's been 74 minutes and 27 seconds now since Paul Coffey scored in Game 1. Patrick has been perfect since. The referee right there, Terry Gregson. And working along with him, Kevin Collins and Jerry Gauthier. And the starters for Colorado, Lefebvre, Ozovich, Kamensky, Forsberg, Lemieux for Detroit, Lidstrom and Ramsey, Fedorov, McCarty, and Yzerman up front. We are underway. Detroit down 2-0. They know it. Everybody in Detroit knows it. Osgood knows it. Yzerman knew it. So he said, I'm going to dress tonight.
Well, Steve Yzerman hopefully will give the Red Wings a shot in the arm offensively. They've really gone to sleep in the goals for department in the last 5 games. 9 goals for, and 4 of them in one game. And no forward has scored since the second round.
Face off to the left of Osgood. The first shot, he didn't see it. It hit him. Fell to his feet. Red Wings pick it up and clear it out quickly down the ice. Ozovich back. He's along the boards. He loves to get going. A lead pass. Nearly got through for right off the bat. Bumping in front of the net. Just inside the line, and the crowd here, this is something, it's 16,061. That's all could get in. Boy, are they alive.
Peter Forsberg throws the first check of the game. The Red Wings have dressed 7 defensemen tonight. Pusher and Eriksson are making their NHL playoff debuts. Both of them played most of the season in Adirondack in the American Hockey League, and only 11 forwards. And with Yzerman a maybe, how long it can last, this is a bit of a gamble by Scotty Bowman.
That's Joe Sakic with the puck now. Young is number 48. Can't hang on to it. Larionov stopping at center ice. Nearly gave it away to Sakic. Colorado picking it up between the two blue lines again, and the first penalty of the game has been called by Terry Gregson as Colorado was on the rush, breaking up the rush by Detroit between the two blue lines. That's something that Scotty Bowman says we have to get away from, giving the puck away in the center ice area. Sakic gets the first penalty.
And it's an interference call. Not uncommon for a referee to call an early penalty. Let both teams know he's not going to put up with any shenanigans. And here's a look at it right here. 19. Sakic gets in the way of Konstantinov right there, who was trying to get back and take the rush on. So the Wings get an early power play. And Mark Crawford knows very well being up 2-0 doesn't mean you're going to win. He said, I warn my players, beware of fate. It loves to take advantage of anyone who believes in it.
The Detroit power play has been, let's face it, awful in the series. 1-for-11. Detroit moving up. First power play of the hockey game. Sakic off. Lidstrom on the boards, missed it. It was hit high, gone by him down the ice. That's Fedorov. Coming out with Yzerman on the move to the right. Larionov sweeping away at center. He comes up to the line. Is stopped there. Got it again, but they're offside. Cicerelli couldn't hang on. At the blue line, he went in.
Well, Mark Crawford, seeing no need to make any kind of a change for a health or an ability viewpoint, goes with the 6 defensemen. I've really liked the way the 6 of them have played. And the 4 lines, although he leans heavily on the first 3, you'll see Reichel and Clem in there periodically.
30 seconds gone in the penalty. Joe Sakic. Colorado just underway. Minute and a half into the first period. Backing up for Colorado. Alexei Gusarov finds the opening, down it goes. Lidstrom takes a hit. Keane in there to nail him. Fedorov dumped it in back to the net. Lidstrom will keep it in with a high shot knocked down by Cicerelli. Got it back to the line again. Fedorov and Lidstrom. Back to Fedorov. Again, the weak shot in, wide of the net. Now Lidstrom. Fedorov, let her go. It's deflected and wide of the goal and chopped away. Osgood stopping it. 45 seconds left in the penalty. Power play Detroit, looking for the first goal. They won't find it on that rush. Broken up by John Clem and sent in deep again. Fetisov coming out. Right wing pass. Primo down the boards. Cuts to the center. And the shot by Konstantinov is wide. Kozlov leaving it for Primo to Kozlov. He'll go back to the line. Fetisov, make the shot. Now he lets it go. And that's just wide. Cleared outside the line. 8 seconds left in the penalty to Joe Sakic. They've killed it off. Kozlov dumped it back to the net. Sakic is on the ice up near center. And the Avalanche drop it back to him. Sakic setting it up. No shot, though, from that side by Foot. He came in to take the pass from Sakic. They keep it in. Detroit hanging on now. Weak shot tipped away by Osgood. Kamensky back to the goal. Can't get it out front. And it's cleared high on the glass, down the ice. It'll be cleared back out by Waugh. No icing. Lidstrom picking it up. That's icing against Colorado. No score nearing the 4-minute mark.
96 WinStar. Who was talking? I got a do-over.
In golf, it's called a mulligan.
Fine, fine. Anti-lock brakes, dual airbags, no charged quad captain's chairs. Mulligan?
Go ahead, give it a belt.
A little more power, eh? How about 200 horsepower? Mulligan?
Pick one up for $349 a month.
It's always been Ford.
There's a hostage situation on Alcatraz. On June 7th, you refused payment, I launched the gas.
This chemical's beyond anything you can imagine.
Alcatraz.
You know the Rock. You broke out
Successfully. Is back in business.
Welcome to the Rock.
From the producers of Top Gun and Crimson Tide.
You enjoying this?
Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris.
That's just about the most awful thing I've ever seen.
The Rock, directed by Michael Bay.
Well, you have to wonder whether the Colorado Avalanche would be even more impressive if these three high scorers were in gear. They're up 2-0 in the series. They've only got 2 points from these three, and Saki's got both of them.
They have been great killing off penalties. They've killed off the first one of this game. They've killed off 33 of the last 36 power plays in the last 2 rounds against some pretty good teams, including this one, Detroit, and the Chicago Blackhawks. So Mark Crawford seems to have everything in order. Up 2-0 in this Western Conference final. Trying to go up 3-0 tonight. Here in Denver. Long shot for Wall. That won't do it. Cleared on the boards by LaPointe. Detroit trying to get it going here. Forechecking. That is Draper, number 33. And the Avalanche get it out and down the ice. Ramsey will have to hurry. Icing has been waved off, and you talk about finishing the check. Detmarsh went in and nailed Ramsey when he touched the puck. Up goes Fedorov, and he has good speed coming in. The shot doesn't get through. He got it again, and Detmarsh took it away. 4 Avalanche on the rush to center. Falling on the play was Sakic. Fedorov coming in again. Slipped a pass into Weissman. Fedorov shot. Deflected. And out again for Forsberg. He left it at the Detroit line, and the wings shoot it in. Lefebvre starts the play. X-knife to center. Bergevin played it back in. Wings Yzerman had to get back on side. Kozlov didn't see it. Kamensky is moving up with Lemieux. He centered it. Mariano was back. Here's Lefebvre. Oh, what a great save by Chris Osgood on Lefebvre's bullet shot about a foot off the ice. And a great glove save by Osgood.
Well, Sylvain Lefebvre is not known for his offense, but when they had the hardest shot contest here earlier in the season, he did have the hardest shot. 98.7 miles an hour, and he lets a 90-mile-an-hour go here, and Osgood is tested completely. And he makes his first big stop of the game.
That was a beauty. That puck was headed for the left side, inside the post. Half foot or so, and Osgood comes up with that great glove save. That's the kind of goaltending that Scotty Bowman is expecting from Osgood. He's had it in these playoffs before, and he needs it tonight.
Can you imagine having a 1.90 goals against average in the playoffs, and you've lost 5 games? Obviously, goals for the nemesis of the team in red.
Draper wins the draw cleanly. Hit the side of the net, though, as Ramsey tried to skate away with it. Now he gives it away. Lemieux sets one up. Shot. Locked in front. Another pass comes all the way back to the line. And the Wings escape that giveaway inside the blue line. Turning back now is Ozolinsh. Avalanche move up. Kamensky had to stop to get back on side. Taylor saw the hit coming from Forsberg. He likes to do that. Forsberg is behind the net, bumping his man again. The puck in front of the goal cleared up. Taylor has one man to beat. He's coming in on Gusarov, who played him with the stick and poked it away from him. Marianov at center, shot it in over the line. Cleared to the line, but kept in there. Eriksson, number 34, getting his first shift. Big guy, 6'3", 218 pounds. He's from Bolinas, Sweden. Number 34, and he had to back up in a hurry now as the Avalanche are coming out, led by Keane. He's up over the line, dropped it back to Ricci, and his shot deflected away. And the Wings get it out of the zone. 6.5 minutes into the first period. No score. Colorado coming close, though. Wings organize. The pass would have been onside had it been played by McCarty. But the Avalanche get it to center again. Sakic is given a bump in the line by Konstantinov. Stopped Sakic in his tracks. Pepe saw him up on the boards. McCarty, look out. And he was hit. Through center. Avalanche come back to stop Fedorov. Cleared to center ice again. Petisov slipped the neat pass into Yzerman. Yzerman left it for Fedorov. He had to back off. Yzerman keeps going, though. Centered it. And Adam Foote was in front of the goal and cleared it away. Long shot off the skate. Yzerman deflected it. Another one. Oh, stopped that one. Shot down the ice. Konstantinov is coming back. And that's an icing call against the Avalanche. Still no score, nearing the 8-minute mark.
It's our most spectacular spring and summer fashion sale ever. 25 to 60% off everything. 2 incredible days. Celebrate 25, 40, 50, 60% savings on everything. It's Canada's one and only $300 million spring and summer fashion sale for the whole family. Sale starts this Saturday, 8:30 a.m.
Some Canadians think of True Value as their locally owned neighborhood store. Truth is, we're part of 6,000 stores worldwide dedicated to value. Here's proof. Premium half-inch 4-ply rubber vinyl hose, 50 feet for $13.97. Store up to 200 feet of hose on the smell or portable hose reel, just $29.97. This Trek 2.5-pound 100% polyester fill sleeping bag, $36.97. True Value, the friendliness of a neighbor, the strength of a chain.
Well, a welcome sight. The captain has returned to the Red Wings. Steve Yzerman is playing tonight, as we mentioned. He's tied for third in points in the NHL playoff scoring and tied for first in power play points. And if he can play anywhere near the way he played up till the time he got hurt, it'll be the biggest shot in the arm the Red Wings could ask for. Martin Lapointe blocking a shot. And you'll see more forwards doing that at this time of the year than you will at any other time of the year. And the Red Wings are on the shelf. They know. They don't want to go down 3-zip.
The Red Wings have had just the one shot so far. Take that too. Same as the Avalanche. No score, though. Stopping the puck at the line and losing it on Lemieux down the ice. Ramsey had it blocked. Thought so. Tipped into the center ice area. Avalanche back. They pass it through center. Forsberg missed it, though. And the Wings pick it up. Primo tried a long shot in wide of the net. Law honoring to Lefebvre to move in a hurry. Huey Krupp has to go the other way now against Doug Brown. Made the move to Sylvain Lefebvre, and he lifts a high one down the ice. Wings come back to pick it up. Brown just threw it to center. Lefebvre will wrap it back in. Osgood out. Avalanche changing. Ramsey stepping to center. Got as far as the red line and wrapped it in. Decision. But away from Lapointe. He got some help on that play. Long, rink-wide pass. Avalanche dump it in off the stick of Denmark. Now he's in forechecking. He really hits when he goes in. Cleared to center ice. A little bit too far for Taylor. Avalanche pick it up and come in. Shot by Sakic. And wrist shot again. When it was low on the glove side, Sakic stays with it. Forechecking hard. On the boards. Konstantinov bumped by Sakic. The Red Wings get it out of the zone. looking for the first goal. Up they come. It's at the line, and the long shot high. And over the net. Fedorov going behind the net. It is centered. What a they score! McCarty centered it, and Waugh was moving out. And I think it hit Patrick Waugh and got in behind him. 1-0. Detroit leading.
And you can bet on the Red Wing bench. They're screaming to each other, "He's human, he's human." And McCarty gets a soft goal on Patrick Waugh to give them a lead. 10:38 left in the first period. Here's a look. McCarty jumps in and he just comes around on the wraparound, and he hardly gets it past the icing line. And you were right, Bob, it goes between the legs of Patrick Waugh, who made the fatal error of lifting up his stick. And you can see where the puck goes.
Harry, when the Wings score first in the playoffs, they are 7-2. When the opponents score first, the Wings are 1-5, if that's any indication. Well, McCarty gets credit for the goal. Fedorov and Taylor will draw the assist. 9:22 is the time. 1-0 Detroit. What a big goal. What a big break for the Red Wings. Because, you know, they have to be doubting themselves a little bit. Down 2-0 to Colorado. As you mentioned, the way Patrick Waugh has been so steady. They beat them here. And they move it out over their own line again to center. Fedorov is giving chase. He gets it back in the net. Dumped it out front. Didn't look out front. Two Avalanche players were waiting for the pass out. Dumped ahead again for Eisman. He was turning around and couldn't play it. Keane forechecking for Colorado. Erickson, number 34, played it. Miscued, really. And he was bumped to the ice. Got it back again to the line. Lefebvre shoots. Another glove save by Chris Osgood. And Lefebvre looks in. He went low with the first one, high with the second one. Osgood caught them both.
Well, the Red Wings, you don't have to be a locksmith to figure out the keys that they have to win this game. Osgood's got to steal a game. Don Cherry mentioned that one. These four Red Wings have got to score. I don't care how well they play, how hard they work, how tough they are, how many lovely passes they make. They have to score. And I have seen the passion and intensity that we saw against the Blues in Game 6 and 7 already tonight. And Scotty Bowman said, we got to get some red shirts in front of Patrick Waugh if we want to beat him. And Osgood has made 3 dazzling stops already, 2 of them off the stick of Sylvain Lefebvre. A very careless clearing pass by Fedorov right to Lefebvre. Mr. Bowman.
To the right of Osgood. Goche will drop it in between Forsberg and Draper. Forsberg won it. Ozelin shot. Bullet shot, but off the net. Hit high. Onto the glass. Red Wings, 3 of them line up and come across center. A point coming in to take the hit. He did. The puck rolled ahead of him to the other side. Ramsey fired one. Tipped in front of the net. Here comes Kozlov. From the corner, center. They score! In and out like a bullet. Lidstrom came in and got the pass 30 feet in front of Waugh. And suddenly it's 2-0. Detroit Red Wings are leading.
Lidstrom came off the point when the puck was behind the Avalanche net, and then he just started it toward the net. Now, whether he scored or whether it was tipped, I'm not sure. Martin Lapointe, number 20, was in front. Lots of hustle. There's the shot. And now Lidstrom comes down the middle of the zone. There he is. Nobody on him. Lets it go. I don't think Lapointe touched it. I think it's Lidstrom's goal.
Detroit getting 2 goals in 1 minute and 9 seconds to take a 2-0 lead on Colorado. Scoring play on that second one in a moment. Marianov is bumped to the ice. And Gregson has called the play. That'll be a penalty call again. Only his second in this period. Could be against the Avalanche. Gloves are being thrown around now. what is this? The goal scored by Lidstrom. Kozlov and Lapointe got assists. And the time was 10:31 to make it 2-0. He's cut.
Adam Foote is the injured player. He'll be back. He's going to go in and get some stitches. He's not too happy about it. Why would he be? The Avalanche are complaining bitterly for a 5-minute major penalty here. As yet, we have not seen the referee signal there is a penalty. And Gregson's talking to 15 guys at the same time. And he wants to get the game underway. No doubt about the fact that Foote was cut. Who did it, how he did it, where it happened.
Gregson called the play, stopping the play when he saw the injured player.
Here's Kozlov and Foote fighting for the puck. Kozlov twists him around and gives him the old cocoa bonk off the glass. So it's not a high sticking penalty, that's for sure. But it split his forehead, and there's no penalty by the look of it on the call.
Primo is over talking to the referee now. Patrick Wall wants to get 2 cents in here. He saw it all because you see where Wall is standing, where he's watching it. He saw it all.
I can see why there's no penalty on that. We see that happen 25 times a night. 16,000 fans don't agree with me, Bob, here in Denver, Colorado, including Mark Crawford.
Don't think so.
It's too bad Adam Foote got cut. I'm not saying that, but Kozlov was just trying to get on the right side of the glass. Foote was on the wrong side. And there's Kozlov, and that's the most noise he's made this series. That's for sure.
Well, he did put his glove behind him and threw his face into the glass.
That nasty little devil. This is the Stanley Cup. You do what you have to do to win, and the Red Wings appear to be in that mood tonight.
Well, there is no penalty called. Here's the 2-0.
Colorado's been excellent on the defensive zone coverage, but somebody forgot to take the right point man, number 5, Lidstrom, and he walked right down the middle of the rink and let the wrist shot go that beat Patrick Waugh.
Look at Mark Crawford up on the bench.
He's lobbying for the next call. That's what he wants. He knows he's lost this one. He's looking for the next call.
Patrick Waugh just now getting ready. A little bit of a protest. He's been beaten twice. It's 2-0 Detroit. 9 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first period. And the Avalanche move up. Huey Krug couldn't get all of it. Now it's rolled in and rolled back out to Yzerman. Krug comes up trying to hit Fedorov. He saw him come up though and moved away in time. Stopped in front of the net. Fedorov is in there. Brown is pushed off the puck in the corner. And Lecision takes a hard hit as he got the puck out. Yzerman bumped by Keane. Krug bumped by Fedorov. So he's not picking his sizes. Eriksson in on the boards and looking for it. He backs off now. Watching 2 teammates fight for it. Now he gets it. Eriksson, short pass ahead. The Wings just get it out. And the play call with 8:08 left to go in period 1.
Excuse me, what kind of money is that? Let me field this one, Ted. Totally unique gift certificates. How'd I get them? Glad you asked. Through the Royal Bank Visa Classic 2 card. Every time I use it, I get points that I can redeem for these little babies. Good at any Eaton's or Radio Shack location. And my Classic 2 card gets me instant discounts at selected partners, purchase protection insurance, and great prices on travel.
The new Royal Bank Visa Classic 2. More power to you.
I should get one. It'll change your life.
Here's the 97 Escort. It's all brand new. We've got a sedan and a big wagon, too. Both have more power than they did in the past, with new four-door styling that's sure to last. Each have dual airbags if danger comes knocking, and new premium speakers to keep you rocking. plenty of room and handsome good looks. The decision is easy. There's just one hook. With 2 cars this great, you'll have to think twice. For both sedan and wagon are exactly the same price.
Last stoppage by Gregson. 2 penalties. Ricci of Colorado, Brown of Detroit.
Here it is right here. 17 in red, 9 in white, battling for the puck along the boards. And they both get involved, and they both will sit 2. And we'll play 4 skaters against 4 here. With 8:08 to go in the first.
With the score, Detroit 2, Colorado nothing. 4-on-4. Larionov trying to get up there, but Kaminsky is in front of him. Stopped him from moving in on the puck. Fetisov backs up into Detroit zone. Again, Fetisov. Rink wide with a swift pass. And up goes Larionov. Getting the zone. Hangs onto it. Dumped it ahead. Draper shot it back at the net. There goes Fetisov up the boards. Takes the hit with Konstantinov. Coming along the line. Keeping it in. Now he has to leave it. And it's shot in deep by Fetisov. Crew cut it back out. Fetisov back in his own zone. Mishandled it, so he had to back up for it. 4-on-4. They move to center. Fetisov doesn't handle it cleanly, but Yzerman, I'll tell you, does. He gets in front, flipped it back. It's near the line. And now forced to go back out was Fedorov. He made a good move, twisting and turning. Got it up there for Yzerman, but Krupp slapped it back down the ice. Lidstrom dropping it back. Detroit in control, looking very comfortable now. The 2-0 lead and the long shot. Right in on the net. Law, an easy stop. Colorado back. Ozelic tipped it out over the line. Detmars gets up over the Detroit line. Keeps going. He passed 2 checkers. Gets hit back of the net. Falls. And the Red Wings will come out. Kozlov got it as far as the line. And he was stopped. Pass that was blind. Got away from Primo. Ramsey dumped it in over the line. Gusarov backing up. Takes it in back in his own net for Ozelic. Lost it. Primo kept it in deep. And Yell will circle the net. Out he comes. Up to center. Gaining a bit of speed going in. Along the boards, and Bergevin caught him. The Avalanche in. Can't keep it in. It's cleared back out by Duck Brown. He gets a little room to go in there. And Eriksson up there with him. Taylor took a shot. Wow, the save. Ozelic back of the goal. And it's Taylor in the center ice area. Shooting it back in. Taylor and Lemieux had it going. But the penalty has been called on the other side. And it's against Detroit.
Jesse, look at the horses. Watch how they keep their heads still. Their feet barely touch the ground, like it's on fire.
This advice from his coach won Jesse Owens 4 gold medals in the 1936 Olympics. And while the training and preparation is a little different today, the spirit of Jesse Owens will be running in Donovan Bailey's shoes in Atlanta.
Here at 14-19, Mark Bergevin gets an elbowing penalty for Detroit.
Well, he pitches down the boards to try to keep the puck alive and throws that elbow over the head of the Avalanche winger. Here's a better look at it. You can see that referee Gregson was 10 feet away and made the call, and the Red Wings are on the penalty kill.
1 for 4 in game 2. The Avalanche and the Joe Louis. 1 for 9 in the series. So the penalty killing all around has been good. It is 2-0 Detroit. As the first period is winding down. Coming up to the 15-minute mark. Centering pass in front of the wall. Very dangerous. The Avalanche get it out. Stopped in the center ice zone by Brown. Shoots it in again. Avalanche back. Sakic. Kaminsky. And Young up front. They're coming up with Ricci. Sakic stopping at center. Allowed to come in. Dumped it into the corner. Konstantinov, the first one in there. When he rolled it back, didn't see Ricci coming in. Ricci can't hang on to it. Cleared back out by Yzerman. Avalanche on it. Not for long. Lidstrom, who has one of the goals, picks the opening and clears it in. 1 minute gone in the penalty. Detroit leading 2-0. Avalanche trying to get on the board. Ozelinch was going off. Couldn't play it. Forsberg all the way back in his own zone to try and start the power play up. There's a pass. That's a dandy to Detmarsh. Stop. Rebound. Score. They got a power play goal. Lemieux getting the rebound. A big stop by Osgood, really. And then the rebound. And that gets this crowd into it. 2-1 now.
Claude Lemieux trailed the play. He's been held pointless the last 2 games. That's his first goal in the last 8, counting tonight. And you're right, Osgood made a real fine stop on Detmarsh, but the rebound squirted right out to Lemieux, who beat all the Red Wings to it, and he put it in past the helpless Osgood. Here's another look. Here comes Lemieux down the middle. You can see him. The Red Wing player, Larionov, can't control his stick. Not many can take Lemieux on in a strength contest.
Lemieux's 4th goal of the playoffs. And a big one it is on a power play. Listen to this crowd, would you? Something. All the radio talk shows are talking hockey. All the cab drivers are talking hockey. Everybody around the hotel talks hockey. 4 major teams in Denver: basketball, baseball, which incidentally is sold out again tonight across town. This place is jammed. No championship yet for Denver. They're looking for one this year, but they're up against a gutsy Red Wing team tonight. 2-1. Detroit leads as Lemieux scores at 15:37 from Detmarsh. Sakic on the power play. 4 minutes left in the first period. Red Wings clear it out of the zone and make changes. Lefebvre is back. Ahead to Clem. Clem dumps it in. He heads off to the Colorado bench. So the 2 teams have the fresh guys on now. Kozlov is poke-checked by Kamensky. Konstantinov to Fetisov. He can't get it out. Ozelinch was moving up to keep it in. Forechecking with a vengeance. Hard hitting. Aired ahead by Fetisov, and Kozlov gets away. Fetisov joins the rush. Kozlov coming in. The backhander, no problem on the angle for Patrick Law. And a little pushing and shoving behind the net. Oh! Claude Lemieux threw a right hand. That was from right field, and he is going to go pushing and shoving, and Lemieux said he's had enough, and he threw that right hand, and it landed.
And if you think the other was a penalty, this one is a major. Claude Lemieux from behind just suckered the Red Wing player with a glove-on punch. And you have to wonder whether he gets 2 or 4.
We'll get the penalties for you when we come back.
Where do you go when the movie's over? Or after you've made the last play? What do you do when you dance the last dance? But it's too early to call it a day.
It's never too late to get a little something at Taco Bell. After that, it's up to you.
There's nothing ordinary about it, Taco Bell.
Powered by partnership, driven by performance. The same motto that propels this rowing team to the top is the guiding principle at Dynamic Mutual Funds. Along with your independent financial advisor, you have a dynamic team of dedicated managers, partners, pulling together to achieve the only financial goals that really matter, yours. Dynamic Mutual Funds, your partner for dynamic performance.
Penalties have been announced. 2 minutes. Kozlov, roughing. Lemieux, roughing. Forsberg, roughing.
Well, Forsberg and Kozlov got involved first, right here. And then, of course, everybody came in and got involved. And now you're going to see one of the all-time from-behind sucker punches on Kozlov 13. He took a shot right there. If you're going to get into one of these, get your back to the glass. As Kozlov now knows. Claude Lemieux, the super pest, in the hair of everybody he's ever played against. It's one of his talents, I would say.
Well, you can't say they're not all here to play tonight. We've got a good clip to this first period. Detroit went up 2-0. Lemieux scored on a power play for Colorado. The fade, bumping with Cicerelli. He finally goes down on a second hit. Play stopped again with a pile-up in on the boards. This could be fun before this one is done.
Well, Sylvain Lefebvre meeting his old enemy Dino Cicerelli on the boards, and they fought for space. They fought to see who could stand up the longest, and two tough customers getting involved right there. Lefebvre and the smaller but equally tough Dino Cicerelli.
Two minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first period. 2-1 is the score. Detroit leading in a must-win for the Red Wings.
I think Crawford took Lefebvre off so he wouldn't get another penalty, realizing how upset he is. And he's a level-headed guy usually.
Detroit, 5 of them inside the line, and they can't hold it in. On the power play, chance to get that 2-goal lead back. Through center, broken up by Yell. Shot it in deep. Keane, a penalty killer with Yell. He's in protecting. Lidstrom will swing out over the line. Moved away from Keane and then shot it from center ice. Annan couldn't pick it up. It's kept inside. Fedorov fired one back of the goal. In around the net. Back to the line. Fedorov winding up. Here's the shot by Yzerman and a great save by Patrick Waugh. That one was labeled. Waugh makes his best.
In the first 2 games in Detroit, you saw very few, if any, of those short pass-outs from the icing line or behind it to the Red Wing in the slot. This time it worked, and Patrick Waugh came off the post and out, as you're going to see right here, off the post and out, and makes the stop. He's coming up. There he is right there. Out. Whoa, reached right back. Marvelous save.
Isn't that something? It's worth another look from this angle where Patrick was lined up for it. Look out. Got it. That's great stuff. Still 2-1. Detroit on the power play, and will have to come back. 55 seconds left in the penalty. Moving up. Primo trying to strip the defenseman. Lefebvre stayed with him, carried him right into the corner. Back to the net on the other side. Brown reversing the flow. And it's kept in by Fetisov. Back to the net again. Primo stopped. Gusarov cleared it over to one side to Sakic. He knew the hit was coming, was ready for it. Now Lefebvre turning the other way, trying to backhand it out, stopped by Fetisov. Troya with the pressure on. Fetisov at the line, slides, long pass in. Gusarov watching his man. Fetisov takes the shot. Oh, the save. Detroit stay on it. Forsberg is out of the penalty box. And Sakic clears the zone. We're in the final minute of the first period. Detroit leading 2-1. Power play over. They move to center. Nice play. Wow, the save off LaPointe. He's hot again tonight by the looks of it. Adam Foote. He's okay. Back on there for Colorado. Cleared into Deadmarsh. Along the boards, and he's stopped by Ramsey. Here's Dewey Krupp, however. Shot it in back of the net, and Deadmarsh being pounded. He takes all of that. And LaPointe has to hustle it off the boards and get it out and down the ice. Ozelinch rolled it ahead to the line. Kamensky was back. Deadmarsh trying to find Yell. McCarty gets to the puck. Up to center. 5 seconds left in the period. The Avalanche dump it in on the net. That'll do it for the first period here in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, Don Cherry in the coach's corner in our first intermission. The score after one hectic period here in Colorado. Detroit 2, Colorado 1.
Steve, 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for something?
Oh. Honey, have you seen my contacts?
Steve, what am I wearing?
What are you wearing? Blue dress with little red flowers.
Yeah.
That's good.
AccuView disposable contact lenses. The ones to remember because they're so easy to forget.
Got the keys?
Key.
The only thing better than having a really great time is having it to remember in pictures, which is why when it comes to photo finishing, it's London Drugs for famous quality and satisfaction guaranteed. We use only the best equipment to make the most of your memories, and the London Drugs photo finishing expert checks every print to ensure that it's picture perfect. Nobody does it better than London Drugs.
Get a second set of prints free with each color print film you bring in for developing.
Life's complicated. Keep it simple. Clear your mind. 7-Up.
Bruce Willis is Lieutenant John McClane in 3 of the most explosive action films of all time. The Die Hard trilogy, featuring Die Hard with a vengeance.
Are you aiming for these people?
Die Hard 2 and the original Die Hard. The Die Hard trilogy. Buy it today.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by Green Cross. First aid for lawns and gardens.
If you want to play on the best grass in the world, eliminate all your dandelions and a whole bunch of other weeds too with Killex.
Killex from Green Cross. First aid for lawns and gardens.
Yes, it was all Detroit until suddenly Gary Glitter's Rock and Roll Part 2 echoed through the building.
Part 2, we were the first pro team, as I've said many times here when I was here, Rock and Roll Part 2. And I'll tell you a funny story about that. The big thing was going on. Number 1 was their big one. They said, well, what do we do for number too on the other side. They said, well, we'll just throw something on and say, hey. By the way, I got to show you something, all right? Cameraman said, stand still, okay? All right, I got to show you something. I went in the dressing room. This is a new thing for you kids, all right? You know how you talked about it was sticky? You had a stick and it was sticky?
Uwe Krupp stick the other night.
I made this up for you to show you kids what to do. This is sticky electric tape, all right? And what they do, this is Simon's stick. They go up and down like this, and they use it over and over and over again, like this here. You see how he did it? Up and down. Iserman does it, or you should see how sticky his is. And when you grab it like this, it doesn't slip on you. Remember, kids, all this is the stick cut off, and...
You're the construction worker. That's not friction tape?
Yeah, that's electrical tape, we call it, friction tape. They have friction tape, too, but it's not sticky. This is sticky stuff, all right? I did that for you.
How do you think Stevie Yzerman's playing?
Stevie Yzerman, you notice they got him on a wing. They got him on a wing because then he can go up and down. He doesn't have to go all over the place playing left wing, and he's doing a good job. What a save, Pat Roy.
And Chris Osgood made a great glove grab earlier in the period.
Yeah,
what do you think?
He should have had him, but on that Lemieux, he had no. Osgood played great. He should have had. He makes all I asked my goalies to do: make the first save. Don't worry about the rebound. They should have had Lemieux.
Claude was strong on that. Did you think it should have been a penalty on Kozlov when he took footer?
Well, to give him a little shot, maybe two, was something like that. But everybody wonders why Lemieux was even a more obnoxious. He hit Kozlov because he did that. The foot. I like Lemieux that play. And that little Kozlov, he's all right.
Tough.
Took the mask off, got a Canadian helmet.
A year ago, he was dreaming of Scott Stevens overnight.
Yeah.
So, but I agree with Harry. I like Gregson letting him play on that one.
Good one.
Okay, I know that you and Chris Simon, speaking of him, and Craig Wolanin had an interesting chat the other night.
Yeah, and I know this game isn't over. It's a long ways to go. But I said to Chris and I said to Craig, I says, you guys are going to go back to Denver. Oh, we're up to nothing. Oh, well, this is all over. You'll get with the wives and the girlfriends and everything. I know he took them to the hotel, but it's not the same. I said, Detroit's going to get together. They're going to be ready to go. And I said, look out for them because they'll be ready, and they were ready in the morning skate.
Absolutely. Barry Smith chased the Avalanche who were still on the ice so they could get on for their morning skate.
So they're ready, but it's a long ways from over. They'll get, I could just hear the paint peeling off the walls with Crawford right now.
What do you think about icings?
Icings, now I know here he comes again. Here we go again on the icings. We talked to Chris. Chris is a guy that goes in and hits. Great big tough guy. We talked to Craig Wolanin, the guy that's got to go back, big tough guy. Both of them are for the automatic icings. And the big thing that happens, what's happening now, what they want the linesmen to do, and I know it's kind of tough. I got to hurry this up. No. They want the linesmen to yell, icing, icing. They don't want them, you know, is it icing, is it not icing? Because they're hedging a little bit now. And if it's icing, Chris Simon told me he would not hit him, but they don't know. The goalies don't know whether to put their hand up or not. So Haller, Gary, get them. The only guy they say is this kid, Gerard, out here tonight, the older guys. Well, Haller,
Gerard Gauthier, and I saw Kevin Collins, too, was signaling, helping out.
But Haller,
you saw Fedosov. You brought a clip about Fedosov saying to the linesman the other night he was all upset.
Watch this. He didn't get hit bad, but he didn't know it was icing. Nobody knew. Watch this here. Fedosov says a little now. He's going back. Holler at him. Holler at him. He doesn't know. You see that? Now he goes over and he says, well, you're trying telling me it's icing? Let me know if it's icing. How the hell do we know whether it's icing or not? And Pat Peake and a lot of my friends have been hurt by that. And anybody, Watson, Joe Watson, right here in this building, broke his leg on an icing 17 places. He never played another game. And anybody that doesn't want the automatic is because of one reason only. They never played the game, and they like to see the snow and stuff like that. Get on that, Gary.
You like touch, you're out of touch.
Yes.
I know the final thought
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maple Ridge, BC. I got it written down here. Cam Neely, Brendan Morrison, Michigan scored the clincher for the championship. Greg Moore, the great Indy racer, he's fourth in the point standing now, but one of the best of them all. Larry Rocker, listen to this here, National League record, 6 consecutive extra base hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. I wonder how he's doing now. Anyhow, let's see it do it right now. Larry Walker, what a guy. Montreal should have kept this guy.
Had a chance at a Major League record tonight if he got an extra base hit in his first at-bat. We'll have to follow that if we can.
Look at this guy. Is this guy something or what? I'll tell you that you're proud of him. He's the second best baseball player to ever come out of Canada. Fergie Jenkson's right now. If he keeps going the way he is, I'll tell you, he'll be in the Hall of Famer, too. These are the early ones right now. Not only can he hit, look at that. He's no punker. Watch this catch coming up here. Beauty slide, too. Watch, he comes right across there. He's no home run hitter that, just sits out there and falls asleep. Now we got the one coming up. Have we?
Yeah, I think so.
We got the one coming up. of the 6 consecutive hits. Does he power them out of here? What a guy. Maple Ridge, BC, Wangle. See him lift that leg and put it out? Not bad crowd. Sell out, as Bob said all the time.
Show one more and...
oh, we can't get them all in?
Well, we're running a little tough for time.
Oh,
Is that great or what?
That's a great guy. Larry Walker, I love the guy. Maple Ridge, BC.
That's vintage cherries, always a touch of maple, even if we have to suffer those icings up north. Gripping stuff on Coach's Corner on Molson Hockey Night in Canada.
What was
on
that?
CBC.
What was that one?
Maple. Touch of maple. Canadian.
Coach's Corner on CBC. Brought to you by Green Cross. First aid for lawns and gardens.
Voila, la telephone.
Oh, good. Where was it?
Microwave. I guess we should sign up for one of these long-distance things, huh?
Well, everyone we know is back east.
Yeah. Well, I think this says we can get 20% off. Well, it's only on 3 numbers.
3? That's it?
Introducing a long-distance plan that makes sense. 25% off. All calls, anytime, anywhere. When you spend $25 a month, call 1-800-670-7000.
Did you have anything to do with this?
Oh, what are you saying? I complicate things?
I'm just saying. There's got to be something better.
You never know when you or someone in your family could get sick and need medicine. That's why many of our pharmacies stay open until midnight or 24 hours a day. Because regardless of the cuts to our healthcare system, you should have access to essential services. And we believe that includes getting the medicine you need, even if it's 3 a.m. Please call for a location that's open late near you.
Dad, why would Spider-Man be on a bus?
Because he couldn't get a cab?
No way, there's the Hulk.
Hey, where are you guys going?
They're going to McDonald's, where you can find 8 of the greatest superheroes, because with every $2.99 cheeseburger Happy Meal you buy, your kids get a superhero action toy, like the Invisible Woman or the web-whipping Spider-Man. One with each Marvel superhero Happy Meal you buy.
Look, it's the Invisible Woman!
Have you had your break today?
Huh. I didn't see her on the bus.
Is the story of a country.
Good evening.
And each night the story changes.
And on our magazine.
In the place we call home.
St. John's.
Quebec City.
Ottawa. Edmonton.
Vancouver. Peter Mansbridge and Hannah Gardner, The National, tonight.
Stanley Cup engravings. Brought to you by the Hockey Hall of Fame and by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited, makers of the all-new 1997 Ford Escort.
Tonight, a Stanley Cup first.
This is the 97 Escort. Did you know it's all new? If you knew that it's new, did you know that the wagon's new too? The engine is new, the suspension is new. A safety cage protects but stays out of view. It's quieter inside to shush out the out. With premium speakers that really shout. This Escort is great. This Escort is nice. This Escort's got it all, to be quite concise. So why not check out the newest Escort this season? We've given you every rhyme and rhymed every reason.
Marguerite Norris's name on the Stanley Cup has special significance. The 1954 Detroit Red Wings, led by Gordie Howe, defeated the Montreal Canadiens in a thrilling 7-game series to capture their 3rd Stanley Cup in 5 years. Marguerite, daughter of the late James Norris, was the president of the team that year, and she accepted the Stanley Cup, becoming the first woman in history and one of only 3 to have her name engraved on Lord Stanley's top trophy.
Stanley Cup engravings. Brought to you by the Hockey Hall of Fame and by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited, makers of the all-new 1997 Ford Escorts.
Here's how I'd describe the Goodyear Infinitrid, if I had the right camera equipment.
First, Goodyear revolutionized wet traction with a deep groove AquaTread. Now, Goodyear does it again with a first lifetime tread life warranty. The new all-season Infinitred. Engineered with high tensile steel belts and the latest molecular compounds, the new Infinitred is guaranteed to last as long as you own your car. For traction, for tread life, the new Infinitred. Is it any wonder more people ride on Goodyear?
Think the local telephone company is saving your business the most money on toll-free 800 and 888 service? Think again. Introducing the most for business from Sprint Canada. It's It's better volume discounts on toll-free service. It's bigger savings should you sign up for an 800 and long-distance service. Guaranteed. It's a lower bill with detailed reporting. It's about time someone worked harder for your business. Get the most for your business. From Sprint Canada, call 1-888-400-SAVE for details.
People today seem to have a lot more trouble relaxing than they used to.
So Mom and I have a home hardware prescription.
If a little stress is a problem, take 2 of these after lunch.
For a more severe case, you may need a higher dosage.
In extreme cases, radical treatment may be called for.
And you also need to eat well.
Great price, friendly advice at Home Hardware.
With 900 clinics in neighborhoods all across Canada.
Back after 20 minutes with Dave Lewis of the Red Wings up 2-1. And Dave, what were you looking at on video a moment ago?
Well, we just wanted to check the Lemieux sucker punch on Kozlov. That's what we're looking at right now.
You think that's a retribution, of course, for the incident with Kozlov and Foot earlier?
I'm not exactly sure why he did it, but I know Kazi didn't see the punch coming at all, so.
Right. It's an intense period. It was a great first period, and you've got to be pleased with the outcome after 20.
Well, exactly. It's nice to get that first goal, and then obviously get the second goal, too. So, there's still 2 periods to play. We want to come out and play strong defensively in the third or second period here.
And Yzerman seemed to be able to take all the shifts you put at him.
Exactly. He didn't look out of place at all. He's skating. He's taking some face-offs on the power play, so he looks fine.
Keep her going.
Thank you.
Thanks to Dave Lewis. It's the Detroit Red Wings leading the Colorado Avalanche here in Game 3 by a score of 2-1 in Game 3 of the Western Conference Final Series.
Life's complicated. Keep it simple. Clear your mind. 7-Up.
Say goodbye to the work week and hello to Canadian Tire's long weekend sale.
Best time to save on the things that I like to do best. 4 liters of Motormaster Formula 2000 motor oil, just $5.76.
I save 25% on Formula 2001 products, like Super Protectant, tire foam, and wheel cleaner.
Higher temperatures, lower prices. I've got to get to my store before the weekend.
Canadian Tire. Everyday low prices made better.
The people of Northwest Airlines are very excited about bringing you expanded service between Canada and the world, offering low fares, convenient schedules, and on-time connections from Canada to hundreds of destinations. Plus, Northwest Airlines Connect First program with free first-class upgrades and 1,000 World Perks bonus miles on qualifying round-trip flights. Come aboard, Canada. You'll see, some people just know how to fly.
Life's complicated. Keep it simple. Clear your mind. 7-Up.
When it comes to broadleaf weed control, nothing performs like Refine Extra. Refine Extra is easy to handle. It's completely crop safe. And it handles all your broadleaf problems in oats, barley, and wheat, including wild buckwheat. And top growth control of Canada thistle. Refine Extra. A knock-'em-dead performance nothing can match.
This portion of Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC is brought to you by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited and by Pepsi Stuff. People who drink it, get it.
And this is Bob Cole and Harry Neal back again at the McNichols Sports Arena in Denver, Colorado. After 1 period, it is Detroit Red Wings 2. Colorado Avalanche 1. McCarty got the first goal at 9:22 from Fedorov and Taylor in off Waugh's skate. At 10:31, Lidstrom made it 2-0. The place was silent, but not for long. At 15:37, Claude Lemieux getting a rebound and scoring on a power play to make it 2-1. And the place was jumping again. Fedorov comes in and wins the faceoff from Forsberg. Forsberg got it back, though, very quickly and shot it in. Kamensky trying to get loose. Red Wings pick it up. Lemieux forechecking, missed his man. Here's McCarty drilling a shot. Rebound. Shot from the line doesn't get through. Out goes Lemieux again. Kamensky coming up. Lemieux is stopped. Great play by Lidstrom. Pass intended for the winger Kamensky coming in. Lidstrom digs the puck off the boards and gets it ahead. McCarty is pinned. Fedorov reaches in forward and just lifts it away and down the ice. Avalanche coming back. The two teams will change as he goes in front of Roy. Cleared in from the Colorado side of the center ice. Icing waved off. Sakic coming up after it. Ramsey stepped in front of him. Primo can't get by Keane. Marianov lost it. Fetisov recovered and shot it away. This will be an icing call against Detroit.
I'm sure Mark Crawford a little upset with his team. They had very little offense going in the first period. Only 3 forwards got shots, 1 apiece. That's not good enough. Mike Ramsey, who's one of the safest playing defensemen in the National League, walked in to take a shot and gets trapped. And Yzerman fills in for him. And here's a long 2-on-1. And what a nice play by Lidstrom. Wouldn't let Lemieux make the pass. And so a good scoring opportunity never does result.
Made sure he stayed on the outside, too. On the faceoff, Eriksson. Scotty Bowman is using Eriksson quite a bit in this game tonight. Here he comes again, number 34. Moved it quickly, but couldn't get it off the boards and out. Detmarsh trying to center one. Sakic, ever dangerous after it. Dewey Krupp from the blue line, tipped in front of the net, and Osgood was in position and shot away. And down the ice, Dewey Krupp coming back, another icing call against Detroit. When McCarty scored in the first period for Detroit, it was the first time a forward scored for the Red Wings since Steve Yzerman's heroic goal in double overtime to eliminate St. Louis.
About a month ago, it seems like, if you were in the Red Wings. Joe Sakic shows you here, you don't have to be big, you have to be smart to make a good takeout. He gets a perfect angle and just shuts Fetisov off. And Sakic is not known as a body checker. He does it again over here. Get the angle on the guy and just angle him into the glass.
Ricci on the face-off with Primo, and Primo controlled Ricci easily. Lidstrom for Detroit. This is Big Primo coming in. Can't get the shot. Foot played him well. So did Gusarov. Avalanche back to pick it up, and away they go. Yell rolled it ahead for Keane, a bit too far for him. And Ramsey pulled away from Ricci. Yell went in. Keane doing great work. Fell down, though. Turning away is Ricci. Ricci held in on the boards by Lidstrom, so Keane comes in to help him. And Ramsey bumped him. They get a whistle. And there will be a face-off in the Red Wing zone to the right of Chris Osgood.
Well, Joe Sakic's father, Marijan Sakic, from Burnaby, British Columbia, with the gray hair and the checkered shirt there. How proud he must be of his son, who is second in the National League playoffs with 21 points, first with 4 game-winning goals, 2 overtime goals, 68 shots on goal, and 14 goals, and is enjoying a 3-game point streak, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points, and you could only snuff him out 1 out of the 14 playoff games he's played. Get a smile on your face, Marijan.
2-1, Detroit leading Colorado here in Game 3 of the Western Conference Final. From the line, Lefebvre. Penalty being called now against Detroit. Fetisov waving his arms. He doesn't like it. There goes Mr. Gregson. Seems to know that he has seen the interference well enough, and the penalty is meted out.
Wouldn't you like just once to see a player nod his head and congratulate the referee for making the call?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
that was right down the center.
Konstantinov's going over saying, look, don't make those kind of motions. You can get 10 minutes as quick as not. And here comes the hold right here. And he's got the left arm wrapped right around Clem and won't let him go. It could have been holding. It was interference. And the veteran Soviet defenseman will watch for 2 minutes or less.
Scotty Bowman now is hoping his team can keep up the good work. Although they have given up one power play goal in the game in the first period, and Avalanche is winding up for a high shot. Comes back to him. Again, he chopped it in at the net. Kaminsky is chasing it in the corner. Ian Forsberg for Colorado. Lidstrom and Fedorov for Detroit. It'll go to Sakic. Wrist shot. Glove. Loose puck. Cleared back of the net. Lidstrom swinging at it. Doesn't know where it is. The Avalanche do. But so does Fedorov, and he helped get it out. Detroit moving up. Shot by Lidstrom. A wicked shot. He missed the top corner. Going high on the wall. And off the net. Detroit with a chance to kill a few seconds now. And then Bergevin slapped it by Avalanche all the way down the ice. 1 minute gone in the penalty. Detroit will send them back again. As far as the line, Avalanche stopped it. Sakic turning, and away he goes. Weaves his way to center into Young. Young's rink-wide pass. Ricci had it hot over his stick. Deadmarsh tried to put it back at the goal. Ricci scooped it out in front. Young bump. Ricci. Deadmarsh hit the goal post. Deadmarsh nailing the post. And Ricci there with him. Now to Young. Young sees Sakic back at the line. Can't get it back to him. They keep it in there though. Fighting hard for another goal. The Avalanche, Avalanche in deep. Coming out in front. Missed the pass. And a penalty coming up. Yzerman was tripped. And the Avalanche will get a penalty and they'll be even up. Avalanche tripped the Detroit captain and he's going off.
And one of the reasons that trip was called, as we all know they all aren't, was that Yzerman was going to get a chance to at least ice the puck, if not dance down the ice with it. But he's tripped right here and the puck's turned over. The referee regards that as a trip that, here's the one off the post by Deadmarsh. The puck was twirling and he got all of it. Mark Crawford's team had some good pressure on that power play, but couldn't. Scotty trying to make a late change. So now Gregson is telling him, when I put my hand up, that's it.
6 seconds left in the penalty. To the Red Wings, Fetisov is standing at the penalty box, and he'll be out. The moment they drop the puck, this man is in. Starting now, 2 minutes for tripping.
Ramsey, because they won't let him change, and Ramsey's been out there killing a lot of the penalty to the Wings. He now goes over and changes sticks and gets a breather for everyone.
And the face-off will come outside the Detroit line. Detroit leading 2-1, nearing the 5-minute mark of the second period. Now Fetisov is out of the box, and the Red Wings have the man advantage. Backed off the boards behind Chris Osgood. And out they come, Larionov. Dishes it off to center. Cleared in by Kozlov. Out of the net. Waugh stopped it effectively. It's left in the corner. And Fedorov drilled a little shot that Waugh stopped on the short side. Fedorov can't keep it in. So the Red Wings have to get back on side and come back to start one more time. Lidstrom around the net. Cicerelli up on the play. Larionov carries it in. Cicerelli going for the net. Here's the shot. That's stopped by Keane, who fell in front of it. Cicerelli behind the net. Fell. Kozlov looking back to the line. Again, Fedorov shot. Scores! Fedorov took the shot, but standing in front of the net was Dino Cicerelli. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cicerelli gets credit for that goal to make it 3-1 Detroit.
Now that was a bullet shot from the point, and you're right, Cicerelli did get his stick on it, I'm almost sure. There are few players in the National League any better at maintaining their position in front and then getting their stick on it. And we've seen Cicerelli, of course, he makes a great play right here as he takes an awful wallop but still keeps the puck in the possession of his teammates. Then he fights his way to the front where the going's tough, turns around and tips it in. A beautiful goal. Not a pretty one, but a beautiful goal if you play like Dino Cicerelli.
Very quick with the stick. Hand-eye coordination, incredible from Cicerelli. Fedorov and Lidstrom assisting on the goal at 5:36 to make it 3-1 Detroit. Another power play goal. This one for the Red Wings. Forsberg got the puck loose and went in. Red Wings got back to break it up and get it out again and down the ice. It'll be an icing call against Detroit. They'll get a breather as we come up to the 6-minute mark of the second. Detroit with a 2-goal spread again.
Summer sounds good, but it could sound even better. Oh, yeah. The Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event. You could win the ultimate electronic playroom. A Bang & Olufsen audio system. A Sony TV. A compact Rosario. A cool phone and a Walkman. Thousands of prizes to be won.
Look for specially marked cases or for entry without product purchase. Call 1-800-225-8255. Must be of legal drinking age.
So listen up this summer. The Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event sounds good.
Here's an amazing update on the astronomical discovery still within view of Canadians living on the prairies. A truly spectacular interstellar phenomenon known as Toyota Red Tag Days, featuring the best deals ever on new 96 Toyota cars and trucks. Red Tag Days have scientists baffled because you can lease a 96 Corolla DX Plus for as little as $279 a month. It is visible to the naked eye, but only if you hurry down to your neighborhood Toyota dealer before Toyota Red Tag Days tail off.
Dino Cicerelli gets his 5th goal of these 96 playoffs, and he's got them all on the power play. And this is a well-earned goal. He comes out in front, taking all kinds of abuse, turns around and gets a stick on it.
There's that tap in, standing right in front, back to the net, making contact. Quick shot, score! Right off the draw. Just 20 seconds. They cut it to 1 goal again.
The draw was one right to Avalanche, and he wired it. And you can see that Osgood got just a bit of it. His 5th goal and his 15th point of these playoffs, and sticks in the top of the net to take the suspense away from the goal judge, the referee, and 16,000 fans.
And listen to them. A great hockey city, no doubt about it. Their team coming back after seeing Detroit to go up 3-1. In 20 seconds, Avalanche gets it back to 3-2. 5:56 the time of that goal. Forsberg getting the assist. So it's Detroit 3, Avalanche 2. This has been a dandy tonight. We're in the second period, and Forsberg is on the move. In front, Avalanche again. Boy, does he love to step up there in a hurry. Couldn't quite control that one. Turning back is Fedorov. Shoots it before he hits center. Red Wings will make changes. Avalanche, Avalanche coming out of the zone and skating to center. Whipped a hard pass to Sakic. He's across the line, forced back a bit, lost it, and now he holds his man down. Kozlov was hooked from behind by Sakic, and Joe Sakic is going off for hooking.
Mark Crawford doesn't like that call. Although, in all fairness, Kozlov was going to head to some good territory after he took the puck away from Joe Sakic. And Sakic hooked him from behind. But Sakic's complaining that he was hooked originally by Larionov. He was going for the old double hook rule. Call them both or don't call any.
Detroit on a power play again. They've scored once on 3 power plays in this game. Sakic, the captain, for hooking here at 6:54.
Well, the water bottle came off the net behind Chris Osgood and is sitting on the ice. There's some debris down there. We'll have a little delay here. Kevin Collins acts like a sanitary engineer back there to the left of Osgood.
Ciccarelli, of course, on the ice again. He scored on the last Detroit power play. Tipping in the shot from the blue line. And he has the puck, hands it back to Kozlov. He ripped it in. Larionov is up there also. Konstantinov at the blue line, stopped it. Coming up for the shot. That's blocked by Yell. Lidstrom, the other defenseman on there for Detroit. Larionov sees him, gives it to him. Back to Larionov, hopped away to Ciccarelli. He's bumped by Adam Foote. Can Konstantinov stop it? Yes, he can. Kozlov can't go. And it's cleared away by Gusarov. Penalty killers are being changed up for Colorado. And they send the Red Wings back smartly. Lefebvre and Huey Krupp are the defensemen. Annan is in there on the play. For checking. Krupp shoots it down the ice. John Clem, the other penalty killer for Colorado. Chasing Erickson. Hannon goes in for checking. Red Wings. Yzerman pulls away from him. Gets to the line. The pass to the right side and back through the slot. Erickson smartly to Fetisov, and his shot is blocked. Fetisov again. Waiting at the blue line and going ahead to Yzerman. Yzerman forced back a bit on the boards. Now the pass. Primo lifted a skate by him. Fetisov is checked. Keeps it in. Fetisov. Yzerman shoots. Blocked. Cleared. Out of the zone by Lefebvre. 18 seconds left in the power play. Yzerman is offside. Knocked down after the play had been whistled dead. And that will draw the crowd. Yzerman is okay.
Well, Yzerman's a target tonight. Anytime you have had the publicity he's had about his injury, you know the opposition's going to test it. And Yzerman, who stepped in offside on this play right here, you can see there's the offside. Close, but good call. And Forsberg either didn't hear the whistle or didn't want to hear the whistle. It knocks Yzerman down, and 2 good hockey players slide into the corner.
16 seconds. That's all that remains in the penalty. Detroit's power play almost done. Yzerman going to the bench for a breather. 3-2. Detroit leading Colorado. Colorado up 2-0 in the series. Waugh electing to leave the net. Played it on the boards. Doesn't get it out, but Forsberg will. Bringing it to center. Rolling it ahead. Gusarov and Forsberg make the play. And Adam Foote made sure it was in deep. The penalty is over. Colorado at full strength. Lemieux chasing his man, Renzi. He fooled him. Went the other way, and LaPointe lifted a high one, bounced it inside the line. Adam Foote is back. Draper was in for checking. Kamensky's pass. A good one to Forsberg. He tried to shoot it through the defenseman, but it was blocked and cleared down the ice. Avalanche back. That's an icing call against Detroit. 10:29 remaining in the second.
Take the Neon Value Challenge and get no-charge air conditioning along with a $500 consumer rebate. And you'll receive dual airbags, side impact beams, a 2-liter 132 horsepower engine, automatic transmission, and a whole lot more. The Neon Value Challenge, now with no-charge air conditioning on top of all these great features, for the unbelievably low price of only $14,995 at your Alberta Chrysler dealers.
Let's compare car dealers with Canadian Tire. They have licensed trained technicians. We have licensed trained technicians. They have high-tech equipment. So do we. They have nationwide guarantees. We have nationwide guarantees. They have high prices. Okay, there is one thing they have that we don't. Canadian Tire. Everyday low prices, made better.
Well, I mentioned that Yzerman was a target tonight. Watch what Claude Lemieux tries to do when the Red Wing captain was changing on the fly about 4 minutes ago. This is a new definition, the changing on the fly. And McCarty comes in and gives Lemieux a cuff. No penalties.
On the face-off, Young couldn't stop it near the blue line. Detroit on the puck in their own zone. Erickson turning around and getting it ahead. McCarty trying to flip a pass through to Yzerman. Yzerman is bumped again by Lefebvre this time. And Ozolinsh back to the net for Colorado. McCarty for checking. Ozolinsh going the other side. Pass straight through center ice. Doesn't work. McCarty had to wait outside the line. The puck didn't escape. Now in comes Kozlov. Took a shot, turned and fired it at the side of the net. Red Wings changing. They keep it in. Now the pass intended for Kaminsky. Or rather, Konstantinov was deflected back to center. They're offside this time. Up across center was Konstantinov on the rush away offside.
Well, Konstantinov's playing with an injury too. I didn't think was quite as abrasive as he usually is in games 1 and 2, but he's reacquired that skill, and believe me, it is a skill. It's hard to play that way when you're constantly causing the opponents to be mad at you. And he has very little conscience, Vladimir Konstantinov. Every team needs a couple of conscienceless players.
Drops back into the defense spot, and the puck comes to him. Detroit 3, Colorado 2. Larionov is giving it a goal, but Gusarov was there ahead of him. And the play is called again on an icing against Detroit. 2 power play goals in the game, rather. Lemieux in the first for Colorado, and Cicerelli for Detroit here in the second.
Well, if you wonder why the Red Wing forwards, and they are small as NHL standards go, have trouble getting to the net to bother Patrick Waugh, here are 6 reasons why. These are the defensemen for the Avalanche, all over 6 feet. Ozolinsh is the only one, and Gusarov under 200 pounds. And it's a rough road to get to the front of the net.
3-2 Detroit. Game they say they have to win. Down 2-0 in the series. Shot from the blue line. Easy stop for Osgood. Saw it all the way. Stick save. Taylor plays it out across center ice for the Red Wings. Precision is back. Lifted one up. And it's cleared in by Reichel. And fired back out. Colorado could not get that onside in time, as Yui Krug had picked it up and decided to go straight in.
The Olympics are only a few weeks away, and when you buy an official Olympic cap at McDonald's for only $6.99, 50 cents goes to help send the Canadian Olympic team to Atlanta. They're great looking, but unfortunately, not quite what to prove.
At Chrysler, we see in every Olympic athlete the very qualities that inspire us. Skill, pride, and that burning desire to go faster, soar higher, and become stronger. At Chrysler, we're not just building cars, we're building Canada.
Closed captioning of tonight's game is provided by Regal Capital Planners, nationwide independent financial planning services.
The hottest ticket in town here at the McNichols Sports Arena. I'm Bob Cole with Harry Neal, Ron McLean, Don Cherry. Hockey Night in Canada on CBC, coast to coast. We're in the second half of the second period with 8:48 left in this middle frame. 3-2. Detroit leading Colorado.
Well, we've talked about the fact that some of the Detroit players who scored well all year can't seem to get her going. Kaminsky's a Colorado Avalanche player who had a 9-game point streak going till this series start. He's been held pointless in the series. Another one is his line mate Forsberg, who's gone 11 games scoring only 1 goal and pointless in the last 5. Unusual for those 2 players.
Sylvain Lefebvre gets it up on the rail, as they say, and out. New gave it to Ozolinsh, who wanted to get in on the attack again. There he is, picking it up and getting it up to Forsberg. He's hauled down. Penalty coming up to the Red Wings. Forsberg was breaking away, and Konstantinov is not done with him yet. Still talking to him. The Detroit penalty will be for hooking Forsberg.
And after Forsberg was hooked and the delayed penalty was on, Konstantinov leveled him with a body check. Fetisov is going to get the 2 for the hook. And Konstantinov really leveled Forsberg. One thing we've learned about Forsberg in this season and in this playoff, he is a tough cookie. He's got lots of skill. Here's the hook right here. Now watch Konstantinov come over. Forsberg tries to get up. And there's a good collision. 200, 430 or 40 pounds of good hockey players colliding. So the Avalanche get a power play here.
Detroit did not allow a shot by Colorado on their last power play. Lemieux's goal in the first period was on a power play for the Avalanche. It is 3-2 Detroit. Sakic on the puck. There he is, trying to make the play from the boards, and he gets it again. A third time, took the shot. Sakic has it again. Lidstrom trying to take it away from him. Not easy. Sakic got it back to the line. Into Sakic on the boards. Stopped by Lidstrom. And he gets it by Sakic finally, and down the ice. Avalanche back. Ozolinsh tipped the pass from Young in deep. Eiserman is on the ice. Sakic bumped him. Ricci fed it into Deadmarsh. Out front, Ozolinsh. Great save by Osgood. Boy, what a setup. And Osgood was out in a hurry, cutting the angle. He gave Ozolinsh very little target. Great save. So it's still 3-2. Red Wings are leading. Avalanche on the power play, and they try to move it in and do. Bergevin dropped his man. Claude Lemieux in on the boards. Digging away for it, gets it back. But it's the Red Wings who come up with it. Eiserman made a nice play. And Primo's shot grazed the outside of the post. Draper's with him on that play. Big Primo stays up there. Lemieux circles. Coming away to center. Rifles it in as he crosses center ice. Forsberg, the setup along the line. Detroit can't get it out. Forsberg again, the setup. Lemieux rolled it. Blocked by Osgood. Red Wings will get a face-off. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Fetisov. But Colorado coming close, only close Osgood is sharp in the game tonight.
Well, he just has made 2 excellent stops. The last one on Claude Lemieux, and earlier on this power play for the Avalanche. Look where Avalanche is. And he snaps one right here. Osgood comes out square as can be, standing up, and took it off the chest. And an equally qualified stop as this one. Ramsey went down and took the low shot away. Lemieux got it up and over the sprawling Ramsey, and there was Osgood in perfect position on both those shots.
And the feisty Lemieux keeps working away for Colorado. Going to drive the opposition nuts. Sure he does. He knows it. He's not going to stop. 6:30 left in the second period. Fetisov is out of the penalty box. So they've killed it off again. Yzerman dropping it back into the slot. Fedorov has to beat it in at the side of the net. Raw had to be careful with that deflection. He was. Yell pounds it off the boards and gets it out for Colorado. Eriksson moving up. Shoots it in deep. Heads off on a change. Kozlov on the boards. He got the hit he expected. There he is. Down on 2 knees. He and Yell. Yell got up and got it out. Red Wings slap it back in. They are nearing the 15-minute mark of the second period. Detroit by a goal. 3-2. Ricci is offside. Take a break here and visit with Ron.
And Bob, with Greg Drexel and Rico Blasi, 2 Torontonians, part of George Wozdecki's crack crew at the University of Denver, Pioneer Hockey. Greg, it's a great atmosphere, even when the university team's playing in here over the Christmas holidays. I want to ask you about Bill Comrie's help in the Edmonton Oilers. I understand his kid's doing well. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Paul Comrie, in from Edmonton, Alberta, and he had a great freshman year for us. Was our top freshman, led the team in scoring, and we expect big things from him down the future.
How'd your club do this year?
We did real well off the gate and struggled down the finish line. Finished 1-7-1 down the stretch and didn't do as well as we wanted to.
We got to think of potential icing here. Now they waved it up. I'll send it up to Bob and Rico. Just get a word from you in a moment.
All right, Ron. Well, the Detroit Red Wings hanging on to that 1-goal lead. Twice they had a 2-goal lead. Detmarsh is coming in, trying to tie it here. It's dropped back to the line and kept in by foot back in the net. Colorado digging it out, but to Detroit. Cicerelli made a bad pass in the zone. There's a penalty coming up. It's going to be against Detroit. When they touch the puck, they do, and the penalty is called by the referee, Terry Gregson. It's a holding call this time, and Kozlov is the guilty party. And we'll go back down to Ron McLean.
Bob, thanks. This is a wonderful game. But Rico, I just wanted to sneak in a word about Stan Butler. You were a product of his, and he's had a tough time losing the job at Oshawa. Tell us what Stan meant in your life.
Well, Stan was a tremendous person for me. He was a great coach. I learned a lot about hockey, but more importantly, I learned a lot about life and how to be a good person.
You were a star at Miami of Ohio, and you're doing a great job in Denver. Boys, I know you watch Coach's Corner. Lovely having you here. Enjoy the night.
Thanks very much. Here's something for you and Don from the University of Denver. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Greg. Bob.
All right, Ron, here's the penalized player. Kozlov for holding.
Kozlov made a horrible giveaway and then had to recover. And he recovered with this stupid penalty. Holding the stick under his arm.
Well, we have 4:50 left in the period. Detroit still leads. Fedorov is doing great work, killing this penalty and moving up to the net. Nearly got a shot. He was tied up on the move by Joe Sakic. Ozelic starts Forsberg up to the line. He lost in a breakaway. 2 of them. Konstantinov scores. Konstantinov on the breakaway. And he made the move of a forward, deking the goalie Patrick Waugh. And a shorthanded goal makes it 4-2 Detroit.
I don't know how many times you've seen in the Stanley Cup playoffs over the years a 2-0 break when you were killing a penalty. Konstantinov took the puck right here away from Forsberg, and danced down the ice, and you can see he and Brown are going. Konstantinov's got no intention of doing anything. And watch this play. He's done that before, I think. He held Patrick Roy for a second and stuck it up on the backhand.
What a big goal that is for Detroit. Konstantinov from Brown. The two of them had the break. 15-34. Brown was pretty cool making that play, too. Watching the big defenseman do it all. High shot from the line. Like Gusarov is blocked. 15-34, the time of the goal. Konstantinov's fourth of the playoffs. It makes it Detroit 4, Avalanche 2. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Make that a shorthanded goal for Konstantinov.
Well, I think Brown made a good play here. I think when he realized it was a 2-0, he got out of the picture and just trailed the play in case there might have been a rebound. Because sometimes you get a 2-0, you think you have to pass it. There's Brown. He lets him go now. He's just going to come in behind him and pick up garbage. There is no garbage. The red light's on and the face-off's at center ice.
What a great move by the big defenseman, though, on Patrick Roy. So Detroit, very much climbing back into this series, down 2-0, losing both at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. Coffey not playing tonight. Erie is out. Yzerman was doubtful, but he's played and played a lot. Played well for the Red Wings. Shot down the ice. Ball holding it there for Avalanche to pick it up, and he's away. Rides to center. Comes in across the line for Sakic. He dropped it quickly. Kamensky back into the middle. Lemieux made the play. Avalanche back to the line. Fired one to the corner. Sakic wasn't ready for that pass. They get it back to Gusarov. The play is stopped. A penalty has to be against Colorado. They were in possession, and Terry Gregson calls this one against Kamensky.
Accelerated thinking gives you more. More room than Saturn, Neon, and Corolla. Accelerated thinking gives you more power and performance. More than Escort or Cavalier. And when you add advanced safety features and progressive styling, you're bound to come out ahead. Introducing the all-new Elantra sedan and wagon. Accelerated thinking from Hyundai.
Win your own plane to Atlanta this summer. A private Air Canada jet. For you and 39 of your friends. For a day-long party in Atlanta. The Go Canada Go contest. Fly Air Canada now to June 16th and look for entry forms in your newspaper. Go Canada Go with Air Canada.
Well, Valerie Kamensky got the stick high, and here at 17:01, he gets 2 minutes.
And here's the penalty behind the net. He gets a shove right there from Bergevin and then comes back with a cross-check right in the face. An undisciplined penalty. We've seen a few of those on either team. Crawford's team's making mistakes tonight. Patrick Roy on the wraparound. Kamensky on poor defensive zone coverage on the Lindstrom goal. And Forsberg giving it away to Konstantinov. We didn't see those big-time mistakes in either game at Joe Louis.
Under 3 minutes left of the second period. Here at the McNichols Sports Arena in Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche down 2 goals to the Red Wings, and the Red Wings are on the attack, moving up. On the power play, a high shot. Yzerman after it with Larionov knocked to the ice. Yzerman comes over to find it. Yzerman pulling away with Ciccarelli. Yzerman sliding it back to the line. Fedorov at the other point. Larionov goes to him. Fedorov gives it up again. Gets it back again. Shoots. Right on, big rebound. Larionov scores. Larionov scoring a power play goal for Detroit. And they're now leading 5-2.
Well, remember Scotty Bowman in our opening. We have to have people go to the net. And when you look at the replay of this goal, you're going to see 3 Detroit Red Wings in front of the net when the point shot from Fedorov comes. Ciccarelli's there, we know that. And here comes Larionov, and here comes Yzerman. And there's only 2 defensemen. And Larionov snaps it in. Ciccarelli, here's one of those plays. He won't get an assist on this, but he should, because look at the problems he's given Patrick Waugh, and then the hit he takes right there. They gave him an assist. He deserved it, whether he touched the puck or not.
Along with Fedorov, so Ciccarelli and Fedorov assisting on the power play goal by Larionov to make it a 5-2 lead for Detroit. 2 minutes left in the second period. Detroit twice with 2-goal leads, now with a 3-goal lead here in Game 3 of the Western Conference Final. Shot in from center by Reichel. Forsberg, he saw good out of the net, trying to throw it at the goal before he got back in, couldn't move it that far. Reichel turns at the line. His pass going astray, but icing waved off. It was tipped by Bidmarsh near center ice. Ciccarelli at the line is stopped in his tracks. Fetisov back. Shot it away to Brown. Can't get it out. Stopped at the line and fed in by Hannon to Lemieux. Hannon tipped one in front of the goal and came close. 1:10 left in the period. Detroit backing up in their own zone now. Here they move it up to center. Primo hit by Clem. Not before he dumped it in deep. Hannon won't catch up to it. Lidstrom feeding it ahead. That's broken up at center by Foot. Going into Sakic. Sakic trying to get around his man. Fedorov takes the puck. Ramsey took Sakic. And out it goes. And down it goes. LeFay back. Bumped by McCarty. Adam Foot. Pounded by Fedorov. Sakic winds up in his own zone, leaving it for the defenseman Foot. He's up the center. Sakic with him. Low shot. Big rebound. Cleared away by the Red Wings with 20 seconds left in the period. Here's a centering pass. Adam Foot scores! A bullet. Jumping again. It's a 2-goal spread again. Great shot.
Well, Adam Foot, who was cut in the first period, comes back. You can see 4 Detroit Red Wings behind the icing line. That usually means nobody's covering the point. The left winger was nowhere to be found, and Adam Foot gets to the top of the circle unopposed and just cleanly beats Osgood with a fine shot. A late goal, boy. 15 seconds to go. You're down 2 instead of 3. This could be a real asset.
Look out, not done yet. Bidmarsh scores! Bidmarsh! Believe it. 2 goals, 7 seconds apart. Brand new hockey game. And we're still in the second period.
Where did the 5 Red Wing skaters go? Because at the neutral zone, the next thing you knew, Deadmarsh is in the clear.
The crowd is on its feet. They almost decided, well, this one is gone. We'll wait till Saturday. But listen.
have a look at the goal here. 7 seconds after the goal that made it 5-3. A face-off at center. Now where do the Red Wings go? The puck comes right back here, and it's overskated. And Deadmarsh walks in, and he puts some mustard on this baby. Right up over the catching glove of Osgood. A little bit of a stumble. And Osgood's out to cut the angle down. It's just too good a shot.
It was 5-2 Detroit. Foote scored in 1944. Deadmarsh with that rocket at 1951. And after 2 periods here in Denver, it's 5-4 Detroit. And let's go to Ramit Lane.
Bob, thanks very much. Chris, that's harsh, obviously. Just a quick comment about that.
Well, obviously, it's not something we were looking for, but you know, we still got the 1-goal lead, and you know, this team can keep a 1-goal lead, but we just had a couple little mental breakdowns there, but we just got to bounce back. We're a good hockey club, and everyone has a lot of confidence in that dressing room, so we're going to have a good 20 minutes out there.
Absolutely. What kind of treatments do you have to undergo to keep your shoulder going as well as you are?
Well, I'm doing a lot right now with Johnny Ward, and he's really taking care of me, and the doctor staff as well, obviously. Doing a lot of ultrasound, a lot of stimulation, but you know, it's feeling pretty good, but you know, obviously it's not 100%, but you know, I'm slugging away, and I just got to keep going.
5 goals, you say. Big breakout. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
There's Chris Draper. Thanks a lot, Chris, for doing that. The Detroit Red Wings obviously would be reeling a little with 2 late goals such as they were. There's the scene at McNichols Arena, where we'll continue with our coverage on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Better than a quarterback. So take it from me, your car needs protection from the sun. So don't just use any old stuff on the vinyl and rubber. Shine and protect them with Armor All Protector. Test-proof Armor All blocks up to 4 times more of the sun's damaging UV rays than the #2 brand. Shine's good, but it's not protection. Let's face it, my head shines, but I still wouldn't play without my helmet. So don't just shine your car, armor it with Armor All.
The last time we were here was when I proposed. 10 years. It seems like only yesterday. I told you then how much I loved you, and nothing's changed.
The Diamond Anniversary Band. On your 10th, show her you'd marry her all over again.
2 great vans, 1 low price. At $19,998, there's no time to wait on the special factory allotment of 96 Pontiac Transports and Chevy Luminas. For only $19,998 or $249 a month, you get a 180 horsepower V6, 4-speed automatic, air conditioning, 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, AM/FM stereo. Plus, the only van with dent-proof polymer body panels. Add the convenience of individual modular seating, and there is no time to wait. Lumina Transport at your Chevy and Pontiac dealers today.
Languorous dreamers bask in English toffee, swirling through pralines and cream nocturnal visions, to tread a rocky road in a southern hemispheric island mango mirage. Cookies and cream complexities as decadence gently dapples down brownie mountain sundae to the black forest below. Legend ice cream.
It was his greatest discovery.
The first signal is definitely sky-based, but this one is Earth-based.
But it's about to become his worst nightmare.
It's a troubled young man. Why are you telling them lies about me?
Because those who know the truth...
Why did they leave? They didn't. How do you know? Because we aren't dead yet.
...won't live to tell it. Charlie Sheen, The Arrival.
Starts Friday, May 31st at a theater near you. After 40 Minutes, brought to you by AGT, proud sponsor of the Canadian Olympic team.
A wild second period in Game 3 of the Western Final. The Detroit Red Wings cling to a 1-goal lead. It's 5-4 after 2 periods of play here in Denver. Tomorrow evening we head south and east to Miami for Game 3 of their series. The Panthers and the Penguins deadlocked at a game apiece. And for a preview of that, let's go now to Scott Russell.
Ron, the Panthers working on the off day at the Gold Coast Arena near Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Pittsburgh arrives later today. What a great crowd on hand to greet the Panthers, who come home with a 1-1 split, and Coach Doug McLean put them through a spirited workout. They were concentrating on breakouts and hoping to create some chances off the rush in game number 3, build an early lead, and they play better that way, according to Bill Lindsay.
We've played really well with the first goal so far in the playoffs, so that's part of a key. We've came back once too, but we prefer to be in front.
How about playing with Scott Mellenby?
Well, he's a great player. He struggled a little bit in these playoffs, but, I mean, you got to look at it in the team concept. We're doing really well, and he's doing little things that he's not used to doing that's helping the team. And he'll get his goals, but it's a lot of fun to play with.
Panthers have played so well at home during the playoffs. Will that energize you to be back in Miami Arena?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun atmosphere down there. The fans are really wild, and it's a loud building, and we like playing in front of our fans.
Bill Lindsay of the Florida Panthers and John Garrett, 4 days between games. To whose advantage is that?
Well, a team that uses only 2 lines, the Pittsburgh Penguins, naturally it's going to be better for them. Mario was a little bit sick, but the Florida Panthers have played very well at the Civic Arena.
5-1, the Panthers' record at the Miami Arena, and yet Pittsburgh's played very well on the road.
They really have. Florida has fed off the energy of the crowd, and the crowd is really caught up in this Florida Panther team. They love hockey, and the players themselves, they like the excitement. And so far, they haven't been rattled at all about the pressure of being in the Final Four.
Interesting, though, the Panthers are no longer the underdogs.
Well, I think they like to think they still are the underdogs, and I think they are playing better, playing that role, and the management and coaching staff are doing a good job saying, well, okay, we have to prove ourselves, we have to gain that respect, and so far they're doing it.
It continues to be an interesting matchup, the Panthers and Penguins. Game number 3 from the Miami Arena, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. The series is tied at 1. Ron?
Scott, thanks a lot. We'll have that tomorrow evening for you. Still lots of action left here in Denver, where Colorado's far from throwing in the towel as they do a booming business up on the concourse. We'll be back with more of our coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs on Hockey Night in Canada in a moment.
At just 99 cents or less for 5 minutes anywhere in Alberta, AGT's long-distance prices are at their lowest ever. 99 cents. It's simple to save. And with free air miles, travel miles, AGT long distance goes further than ever. AGT's always had the value. Now it has the price. 99 cents or less for 5 minutes anywhere in Alberta with an AGT savings plan. Evenings and weekends guaranteed. AGT long-distance prices are at their lowest ever in Alberta and Canada. Call us today.
After 40 Minutes, brought to you by AGT, proud sponsor of the Canadian Olympic team.
What if you made a discovery this amazing?
I come to you with the possibility of extrasolar life.
And no one would listen.
Why are you telling them lies about me?
What if you knew a secret this powerful?
Something's going on here.
And no one believed you.
They're not here now. They will be soon.
Posing.
This summer, the truth.
I know why they're here. You don't know the half of it.
Can kill you. The Arrival.
Starts Friday, May 31st at a theater near you.
Back again, Tony?
Yeah, I was just in the neighborhood, you know.
More cookies, I see.
Yeah, just a few.
But weren't you just in here this morning?
Me? This morning?
You must really like them, then.
Nice weather we're having.
Western Classics Chocolate Chip Madness Cookies. We can't be held responsible. Save on foods. Believe it.
Washing your car, huh? Okay, get a bucket, hose, sponge, drying towels, some car wash, and then find some water. Not anymore. Now there's Express Wash from Armorall. Just spray Express Wash directly on your car. It lubricates and lifts the dirt, so it wipes away without scratching. Use Express Wash on all your car surfaces, even glass. So now you can clean your car anywhere, anytime in just 15 minutes with Express Wash, the waterless car wash from Armorall. Available at Canadian Tire stores.
Here's an amazing update on the astronomical discovery still within view of Canadians living on the prairies. The truly spectacular interstellar phenomenon known as Toyota Red Tag Days, featuring the best deals ever on new 96 Toyota cars and trucks. Scientists predict Red Tag Days will influence behavior in the West. Lease a 96 Camry Plus for as little as $366 a month. It is visible to the naked eye, but only if you hurry down to your neighborhood Toyota dealer before Toyota Red Tag Days tail off.
Here's how I'd describe the Goodyear Infinitrip, if I had the right camera equipment.
First, Goodyear revolutionized wet traction with a deep groove AquaTread. Now, Goodyear does it again with a first lifetime tread life warranty. the new all-season Infinitread. Engineered with high tensile steel belts and the latest molecular compounds, the new Infinitread is guaranteed to last as long as you own your car. For traction, for tread life, the new Infinitread. Is it any wonder more people ride on Goodyear?
Extreme Breezer by Bacardi. Get off the beaten track.
Detroit 5, Colorado 4 at the end of 2 periods of play here at McNichols Arena. The Red Wings look to be home and cooled when Igor Larionov scored a power play goal. Michel Goulet, you saw this one, so he's with me. What did you think of this?
Well, it was a good shot by Lindstrom there, and Larionov was right, standing right beside the net and got the rebound and put it in. Here, there was a big goal by Adam Foote. I mean, right at the end of the second period, we say, well, we're right back. Everybody knows when you score at the end of a period, give you a little lift. And all of a sudden, I turn around and say, here's Konstantinov missing the play there, and all of a sudden, Adam Denmark just ripped one. I mean, obviously, it's 2 big goals for us.
Norm Yellman, a Red Wing, once scored 2 goals 5 seconds apart himself for the Red Wings back in 1965. When you came in today, Don Cherry had the thought that maybe when you come home and everybody's getting tickets and seeing their family and excited that there'd be a letdown, and looked like there was.
A little bit, I think. But on the other hand, I think the Detroit played really well, throughout the last few seconds there. They were in charge, and they were first on those loose puck, and they were playing well. But on the other hand, I think we keep playing hard, and all of a sudden those 2 big goals for us.
Michel, Mike Ricci's one name that jumps to mind. Who have you noticed in this series that's coming up big, maybe beyond expectations?
Well, I think he's one of them. Obviously, Joe Sakic scored some big goals for us, and obviously he's one of the best since the playoff start. And Patrick Roy is Patrick Roy. But on the other hand, I think Sandis Ozolin scores some big goals, and he's a big leader for us on the power play, and he's the type of player we really need in this team.
You're outstanding. You were with Jean Paget on the SRC, and now you're here on Hockey Night in Canada, and we appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Michel Goulet of the Colorado Avalanche. Back in the game. We'll have 3rd period action coming up next on Molson Hockey Night in Canada and the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC.
Charges anything, even a vacation, on his GM Visa, he earns 5% towards a new GM vehicle. Just by using his GM card. What's your card done for you lately?
To play well, is to leave a mark. Upon the field, upon the earth, upon others. And playing well leaves a mark on you. You're gonna get thirsty. That's why there's Gatorade. Because as long as you're making your mark, you don't want to be drinking something that misses it. Life is a sport. Drink it out. BF Goodrich TA tires are for people who look at driving like no one else. BF Goodrich. Show them your true colors.
It's 6 past the hour at the end of another busy.
As the moment approaches, Eat More promises rich, dark toffee, loaded with peanuts. That's not too sweet tasting. When the moment arrives, Eat More promises to take a good, long while. Chew and eat more. Stretch the moment. It's a real, long chew.
Program note, Detroit at Colorado Game 4 Saturday evening at 7:30. Don Cherry's favorite defenseman, Joel Quenneville, offered this assessment of the second period tonight.
Well, it was a good way to finish the second period there. We looked like we were behind 5-2, looked like we were in deep trouble going into that third because they're a tight team and they're playing real well, and we had trouble getting the puck in deep. But that was a huge lift, and it was a great way to end the period. The guys are excited. We got to come out and generate some chances, get the puck in deep, forecheck, turn the puck over, and hopefully we can tie it up and go from there.
Colorado Avalanche attempt to do that next as we continue from McNichols Arena on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Are they done yet? Not yet.
There's something fresh baking in Tim Hortons oven.
First batch.
New Tim Hortons bagels.
Is that poppy seed? Sesame. Toasted. Here's the cinnamon raisin. Cream cheese, butter. Here you are, Jane. Looks like a hit.
You've got bagels?
Yes, we've got bagels.
You've always got time for Tim Hortons.
Now enjoy a new toasted and buttered bagel with a coffee for just $1.49.
Hi folks, Terry here for the Don Wheaton South Park Compound Sale, used vehicle compound sale, 6630 99th Street, and it's on right now. Now you look around here, look at the selection of cars. If you're looking for a used vehicle, this is the place to come. We've got over 300 cars and over 100 trucks down here, all used. We've got Ford, Chrysler, GM, Dodge. We've got imports, and we've got a full line of General Motors. So if you're looking for a great used selection, come to 6630 99th Street. The sale's on right now. Don't you miss it.
Oh, well, I'm the kind of light for any job you do, any job that needs three hands, but you've got only two. Cause I'm the snake light from Black & Decker. I'll get around, around, around. I'm the snake light.
If you're embarrassed by your stained or discolored teeth, brightening them is easier than you think. Just ask your dentist and add more style to your healthy smile.
Steve? 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for something?
Honey, have you seen my contacts?
Steve, what am I wearing?
What are you wearing? Blue dress with little red flowers. And,
Yeah.
Let's go.
AccuView disposable contact lenses. The ones to remember because they're so easy to forget.
Got the keys?
Championship 5-pin bowling rolls on in St. John's, Newfoundland. It's a Canada-wide shootout on the Rock with a national 5-pin title on the line. Live Saturday.
Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. Bob Cole and Harry Neal ready to go to work again for the third period. And a one-goal game for you now, folks. Detroit with that one-goal lead starting the third. 5-4 is the score. And a great finish to the second for Colorado. Maybe a good start to the third as Sakic comes in. Oh, and he came close with that quick shot. Fedorov gets it ahead. Out to center, McCarty dropped it back. Lidstrom driving. What scores? Lidstrom from outside the blue line. Goals are coming fast and furiously here in Denver. That makes it 6-4 Detroit.
That was a long shot outside the blue line by Lidstrom. We know he can fire the puck. He's already scored one on a good shot tonight. And the Avalanche had a fairly decent chance early in this third period right here. Joe Sakic sends a sharp wrist shot that Osgood got part of, deflected over the net. Lidstrom comes back. It's 1-on-2. He shoots it from right on the blue line. But did it hit Goucherov's stick or did he screen it? Only Patrick Waugh and Goucherov know.
Wow. The 2 goals spread for the Red Wings. An icing call against the Red Wings. McCarty and Fedorov drawing the assists on the goal by Lidstrom. His 5th of the playoffs. His 2nd of the game at 32 seconds.
Sylvain Lefebvre, Bob, was really run over by Fedorov after he got the puck up. Right here. Right into the boards from behind. He was very slow getting up and in a painful fashion made it to the Colorado bench. Here's another look at the goal. This baby is a 62-footer that dipped and bounced and may well have done all those tricks because it hit the stick of Goucherov, who was backing in.
Certainly if Patrick Law had seen all of the shot, he'd have had that one. So no one's safe tonight. Any shot might go in. 10 goals, and we still got 19 minutes to play.
With 2:20 to play in the second period, Detroit had a 5-2 lead. And at 7 seconds, it was 5-4. Now it's 6-4 at 32 seconds. The scoring play here in the third period. So Detroit by 2. Adam Foote chopping a high one away and in. Red Wings back to pick it up. It got by Foote out and down the ice. Ambling back is Gusarov. Takes it in front of Patrick Law. Soft pass ahead will get the Avalanche up as far as the Detroit line. And that's all. Red Wings will waste little time now in clearing them from inside the line. Draper forechecking. Had it hit his stick and he leaves it. Taylor moves up and it's centered, but it popped away from Lidstrom, who has the hot shot for Detroit tonight. He made it 2-0 at the halfway mark of the first period. Now he makes it 6-4, 32 seconds into the third period. Ramsey turns and a penalty called against Detroit. Ramsey was just turning to go, and the Red Wings, McCarty, gets a minor penalty.
Nobody knows protection like a quarterback. That's why I like Armor All Protective. Test-proof Armor All blocks up to 4 times more of the sun's damaging UV rays than the #2 brand. So don't just shine your car, armor it with Armor All. To make this beauty look its best, I use Armor All Protectant on the vinyl and rubber. And for the paint, now there's Armor Plate Paint Protectant. It shines, protects, and really makes those colors pop. New Armor Plate. It's like Armor All for your paint.
Red Wings have been pretty good in a hockey game, killing penalties. Here's a big test for him now. This penalty to McCarty.
Not a very wise penalty at all. McCarty trying to run a little interference to give his defenseman Mike Ramsey a little more time, and hauls down Kamenski.
So Colorado Avalanche on the power play, trailing Detroit by 2 goals again. Back along the boards and not out thanks to Ozelic. Lidstrom has to hurry. Sakic trapped him. Fedorov shooting it all the way down the ice. 30 seconds gone in the penalty. A minor to Detroit's McCarty. Ricci whipped it in. Young let it go back to Ozelic. His shot missing the net. Osgood was ready for it anyway. Claude Lemieux made his man. Forgot the puck. The Red Wings get it out. Dumped back in from center ice by Young. Bergevin is turning away, and he'll relieve the pressure for a moment. Under a minute left in the penalty. Just under a minute, 55 seconds now. Detroit filling it off well so far. Kamenski is caught. Primo shoots. Missed by half a foot on that far post. Would have been dynamite had he scored. Forsberg moving up. Trapped at the line. Primo doing great work in getting it out of the zone. 30 seconds left in the power play. Kamenski getting the zone. But Primo again is there to clear it down the ice. He's had a big shift. He goes off. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Forsberg has to back up for it. Now Lefebvre with Deadmarsh right ahead of him. Deadmarsh, though, was turning to get to the Colorado bench. Detroit will kill off this penalty in fine style. Out of the box is McCarty. They've killed it off. 6-4, the Red Wings are leading. We're in the third period. Nearing the 5-minute mark. Avalanche shoot it in. Osgood stepping behind the net. The Red Wings are going to bring it out. Moving out is Kozlov. Boy, was he hit as he made that pass. Decision drilled him. Lefebvre is dumped on the boards by Ciccarelli. Colorado have to turn back. Reichel played it inside his own line. It'll be an icing call coming up against Colorado as they shoot it down the ice. Fetisov, the first one back. 6-4, Red Wings.
Hell is a world where you have no home. And even though I was in heaven, something drew me back to my home. I can't put into words the things I've seen, the places I've been, or what it all means. Because it's not so much what you look at, but when you look, what you see. And now I see that my eyes are the eyes of the world. In my eyes, I am.
Fill it up?
Yeah, and could you clean the windows, please?
No problem.
Thanks.
The windows in our new minivans are now bigger than ever before. 32% more in the windshield alone. Of course, how that makes you feel
Terrific.
depends entirely on your point of view.
Joel Kenville, talking to Ron McLean in the second period intermission, said he needs to get more offense going. In the first period, only 3 forwards on his team had any shots on goal. Deadmarsh and Lemieux 2 apiece, Kamensky 1, and Sakic's had one early in the third. That's why they're having trouble offensively.
Face off to the left of Waugh. Won by the Red Wings. However, Gusarov got back quickly. Ian Hannon roll it back at the net a second time, and Foote gets it out of the zone to center ice. Ciccarelli flipped one in. Adam Foote around the net to get away from Kozlov. Can't get away from him. Avalanche forced to turn back. Gusarov backing up to Foote. Red Wings, it's a pretty good forechecking right here. Fetisov coming back with Konstantinov. Konstantinov along the boards to Ciccarelli. He has stopped. Fetisov trying to get loose. Stopped his man, and the play is called again. Another penalty coming up. And we don't know who's going this time. I think Colorado. It's a holding call from the melee behind the net. Dave Hannon gets the call for holding.
I think we're going to see in the replay where he grabbed the Red Wing player's shirt and pulled him down. There it is coming up right here. 14 hand. Oh, he's got a hold of Fetisov's stick. Played about 2 seconds with 2 sticks. And then the Colorado player stepped on the stick that Hannon dropped and went flying.
So Detroit get a break here with a penalty to Colorado's Dave Hannon. They're leading 6-4, nearing the 6-minute mark of the third period, and now a chance to add to it. Power play tonight, 2 for 5. Lidstrom, 2 goals in the game. Forsberg turning away from him. Forsberg made the right move and picked it up. So the Avalanche will shoot it to the line, and they do not get it out. Primo is heading for the net. There goes Yzerman. Tossed it back at the goal to Primo and Yzerman. Around the boards to Fedorov at the point. Lidstrom on the other point. It goes into Larionov. They whip it around cleanly. Larionov coming back out. Looks to the corner again. Goes to the line, and Lidstrom has to move it up to him. Larionov and Yzerman at close quarters. They're outside. No danger for Waugh there. Maybe here. No shot from Fedorov on that pass. Lidstrom will give it to Fedorov. Now the shot. Blistering shot, but he missed. And it ricochets all the way back to center. The Red Wings have to get back on side, and Yzerman with Fedorov shooting high. And it's again all the way back down inside the Red Wing line. Detroit is changing. 35 seconds left in the power play. They control the puck pretty well inside the Colorado line, but on the outside of a 4-man box. One from center. I don't know if you're going to fool Waugh twice in a 1 period. Keane takes it to center. Decision moving in. And he can't beat the defenseman. Not with the puck anyway. The swing at Konstantinov and hit the helmet. And still back to the net. McCarty is nailed by Adam Foote. Fetisov, the veteran, turning back. Through the middle to McCarty. Hannon checked his man out of the penalty box. Cicerelli can't take it from him. Then on the second effort, he whipped it in. Lefebvre. Straight up to the line. Ramsey nailed Ricci at center ice. Colorado in after it. Down 2 goals. Ramsey gets it out of the zone. And Lefebvre will come back. The Red Wings are making changes as the Avalanche move it in. The play is called maybe on the line change. The referee this time called the play, and a penalty is coming up. We'll see.
I waited for him every Saturday. He never once let me down.
Hi, Mr. Richards.
Took me to every game. Always waited to take me home. He still likes to watch the kids play. But now it's his turn to be given a lift.
Bye, Mr. Richards.
Bye, Mr. Richards.
Tried, tested, and true.
In traffic, things are moving pretty slowly. Stop and go southbound due to that construction. Let's face it, the weather's not helping out either with low visibility. And we've got traffic reduced to just 1 lane.
There's a car company which believes that a phone with a set of wheels has always been a terrific idea. That's why they created a customer communication center. So no matter what your automotive needs, all you have to do is call 1-800-GM-DRIVE. The company is General Motors.
Mike Ricci takes a heck of a wallop here just as soon as he gets the puck. Those are stingers, those babies. He doesn't like it, and he roars into the offensive zone and staples a Red Wing player right here against the boards, Bergevin. And then he and LaPointe get tangled up, both trying to get in the doors to their own benches. And for that, they get 2 each.
So 4-on-4 hockey again here in Denver. 2-goal lead for Detroit. Brown tried to move in. No room for him. 1-on-1. This rush, it's Sakic coming in on Konstantinov. He tried the wrist shot. It hit the defenseman and dribbled into Chris Osgood. He decided to hold it. We have played 8:29 of the third period. Detroit 6, Colorado 4.
Well, Joe Sakic, by his standards, has been held in check in this series. He's looking at a Red Wing player after he gets 1 or 2 steps and hasn't had much ice with which to work. On this 4-on-4, the guy to watch for the Avalanche is Avalanche. I think that one of the Detroit forwards should just go to him and stay with him. Make sure he doesn't hurt you.
Detroit in control in their own zone. Yzerman coming to center. Draper was on the move. The pass was intercepted. Forsberg trying to get in. And who's back? Steve Yzerman. He had started the play at center and saw what might happen, and he got back. But here's a centering pass. Oh, Osgood had to be very careful. Gusarov was open coming in off the wing, and the pass was fed his way, but it hit a stick and went right to the net, and Osgood was set for it.
A bit of a break there, because you're right. He waltzed in off the blue line. The 2 most dangerous players when the puck is in your zone are the 2-point man when you play 4 skaters against 4. Now look at the 4 Red Wings. They're all in here looking at the play. Where, if you can count the same number of guys on your team as their team, don't worry about it. Look over your shoulders. Somebody's in the open. Gusarov was.
And Forsberg saw him. Nearly made the clean pass to him. It hit a stick in front of Osgood and deflected right to the netminder, and he held it.
Face-off is outside, I think, because the Avalanche defenseman came inside the top of the circle after the puck was frozen in the corner.
We are 9 seconds short of the 9-minute mark of the second period in Game 3. at the McNichols Sports Arena in Denver, Colorado. Detroit trying to fight their way back into the series, are leading 6-4. Colorado winning the first two at Detroit. Shutout to boot in the second victory. Detmers setting one up to Sakic. Great save by Osgood. The left pad shot out. Fedorov going down. Gets across the line and waits for help. The drive by Brown is off a leg. And a foot starts out. Lead pass to Sakic. Sakic is tied up by Larionov. Colorado was changing. Now Lefebvre drills one from center. Osgood ready for that. The Red Wings, Larionov back out to center. A good move. Up to Primo. Right in. Oh, and he tried to backhand and just missed. Boy, did he take off. Couldn't get it by Waugh. He missed the net. Waugh played him well, though. Ozelinch and Yell. Through the middle. Ozelinch. And the shot in behind Osgood. Well, the point got back, and he might have saved a goal there. The puck was loose, but it became frozen.
To play well is to leave a mark upon the field, upon the earth, upon others. And playing well leaves a mark on you. You're gonna get thirsty. That's why there's Gatorade. Because as long as you're making your mark, you don't want to be drinking something that misses it. Life is a sport. Drink it out.
Face off to the right of Osgood. Avalanche players all up. Red Wings catch him and move down the ice, but they can't control it on the three-man rush. Lemieux coming in. He's bumped near the line by Taylor. Got it in on the net. Osgood likes to lead sometimes, and he's 20 feet out on that play. He gets back in quickly as Colorado is forechecking Forsberg, working it off the boards and can't make a play back to the point. Taylor racing up to center. They want to make changes, so he just rolled it in. And the Red Wings change all around as the Avalanche come back at them. Lemieux dumping one in on the net, and it bounces a couple of times in front of the netminder. Osgood hangs on. Ricci came in quickly.
Ricci's got the rip-off helmet. Remember, Shane Corson had it in the other series. Every time he gets touched, the helmet comes off. My guess is he's drawn a few penalties with that move. And you got to be careful here. Osgood has to handle a bouncing puck. Ricci goes to the net, and then Konstantinov hits Ricci in the back, and off his helmet comes. Watch this play by Larionov. What a pass. First, watch this move. To Deke, the defenseman, then slides it into Primo, and Primo gambled on faking, going across, and then trying to backhand it into the far side and missed.
Detroit get control of the faceoff, but it's shot ahead, and Yzerman gets it up to center ice. Ozelinch lost in against Yzerman. Yzerman falling, fired it back inside the line. Sylvain Lefebvre out for Colorado. Ozelinch, the defenseman on the rush, coming along the board, squeezing by Yzerman. Yzerman got back. Ricci in, hitting again. He bumped Fetisov that time. Yzerman. He falls in the corner. Puck is cleared out. And the play stopped now on the offside, but Fetisov got dumped inside the blue line. Slow to get up.
See the bear? Taste the food. See the bear? Taste the food. The Teen Burger, a specially seasoned patty covered with processed cheddar and crisp, smoky bacon. See the bear?
When it comes to broadleaf weed control,
Nothing performs like Refine Extra. Refine Extra is easy to handle. It's completely crop safe. And it handles all your broadleaf problems in oats, barley, and wheat, including wild buckwheat. And top growth control of Canada thistle. Refine Extra. A knock-em-dead performance nothing can match.
The oldest player in the National Hockey League, Fedosov, takes a shot from Ricci right there, where he gets a lick of the glass. And then as he's coming out of the zone, look at the hit here by Mike Keane. Fedosov never even changed the expression on his face.
Trying to wear down the old gentleman.
It's going to be a tough chore because he's a chip of granite. The guy is.
Detroit 6. Colorado 4. Larionov near center ice. Fell. Light check on him. Went down anyway. Detroit moving it around now. Trying to run the clock. Possession. Very important for the Red Wings with 7:45 remaining in the third period. Win for the Red Wings. They'll climb back into the series. Primo is dumped behind the play. Eriksson got back, and he fed it back out over the line. Decision, whipped it back in. Detroit, Brown, lots of time to move it. Colorado was changing. Play it cross center. Draper couldn't play it. He would have been offside. Shot in by Uwe Krupp, and off the board, Schwenkel. Back to the net it goes. Hannon was tied up, couldn't move on it. And it's in center ice again. Red Wings just being very careful now. They were stung earlier in this game. 7 seconds, 2 goals late in the second period. But they were in a relaxing mode. So they'll have to be careful. Colorado can explode. 6:40 left. Third period. 6-4 Detroit. Checking very close. Fedorov feeds it in and heads off. Play broken up in the center ice area by Larionov. Young tap one down and backhands it in. Here comes Sattlik, rolled it in front, and Yzerman got back, and he left a high one away. That reaches the goal line, which it won't. No icing. Would have been called, of course, with Detroit changing. Could have been dangerous. Kamensky comes in. Tried to feed it over in front, and it's cleared back out by the Red Wings. Under 6 minutes left in the third. Hammered it high into the crowd up behind. Raw. We have 5:49 remaining in the third period. Detroit leading Colorado 6-4.
Well, Steve Yzerman's presence, I think, had a pretty obvious positive effect on the Red Wings. He looks like he's fairly healthy to me, but he also looks like he had a little chat with this team about how they had to play, because I see the intensity and the passion I saw in Game 6 and 7 against St. Louis. They've stood up physically to Colorado. They haven't been outworked, and most of all, Bob, their best players have been their best players.
You know, he talked to us this morning, and he told us that he would wait till the warm-up tonight to make his decision whether he could play in this game. So it sounded as if maybe he would play tonight. But that's history now. He has played and played well, as you point out. And he's played a lot.
Yes, he has. They certainly haven't spotted him.
5 minutes, 30 seconds away from a victory for the Red Wings. Colorado trying to get something going now, but the Red Wings are checking tenaciously. In back of the net, Osgood missing it. LaPointe watching his man, shot by Lecision. Bouncing in front of the net, a loose puck. Draper skated by it. Again, Lecision. That's blocked in front and cleared to the line. It's kept in by Lecision. Up high, back of the net it goes. That's Keane trying to center it. He's upended. Taylor took a hit, trying to go the other way with the puck. Group standing up the line, can't stop it. Under 5 minutes left in the third. Osgood missing it. He stepped back to the net, but McCarty has it. Colorado was changing, and he was allowed to move it out into the center ice area. Draper going off. Nearly got caught on the line change. He played the puck, but it's okay. Red Wing was late coming on. Sakic hit, trying to get in there. Taylor caught him. Konstantinov working hard in the corner against Lemieux. Sakic dropped it back to the line. Ozolin's quick shot, he missed. Deadmarsh is in. Nailed his man, McCarty, who hit the boards, and he fell on the puck, wanting a penalty. No penalty called. He's off in the zone to the right of Osgood.
Even though it may seem like the entire world is against you, there's an entire country behind you.
Hi folks, Terry here for the Don Wheaton South Park used vehicle compound sale. This sale's on right now at 6630 99th Street. It's easy to find. Just come down to 99th Street, come into the Don Wheaton South Park Body Shop, and there's 2 acres of used vehicles down here. We've just had our new compound sale. We've taken a lot of really nice trades. We've got a whole lot of GM buyback cars down here. We've got a whole bunch of leasebacks as well. Whether you're looking for a car or a truck, we've got over 300 cars and 100 trucks down here. The selection is the finest in all of Alberta. On right now, don't you miss it.
Mike Ricci, do that helmet up and tighten that strap off. Mike, you're going to get hurt. That helmet's going to come off. And while it's off, you're going to get drilled. And here's a battle between Draper and Ricci. Draper trying not to hold him. There's the helmet.
And Detroit get the face off and roll it away back to the net immediately. It's cleared to center ice. Back for Lefebvre. Over the glass into the crowd. We talked about the close checking here in the third period. A total of 9 shots so far in the third. Only 4:03 left. 5 of them by Colorado.
Well, this is by far Sergei Fedorov's best game of round 2 against St. Louis, or the first 3 games of this one. He showed all kinds of dash. He's been a real threat offensively. He has 3 assists, and he has played a strong defensive game. And the Red Wings aren't not going to win this series or the Stanley Cup if this guy isn't one of the 3 or 4 best on his team every night.
Sandis Ozolinch. Swift pass, intercepted outside the line. Shot in by McCarty. He'll go for a change. So will Fedorov. Primo is on the ice with Larionov. And it's the pass to Sakic. They'll feed him now for the rest of this period. Sakic takes it from center. Made it in. Lemieux ran into Ramsey. Got the second best effort on that one. He was decked by the Detroit defenseman. And Lefebvre is back. 3:25 left in the third. Ozolinch's pass is stopped. Primo was cruising, turning to the left. He didn't see the pass come up from Brown. Kept going, though. Didn't take it away from Lefebvre. Ozolinch made it out over center. Forsberg's pass is stopped. And Deadmarsh is turning. Whipped a pass in. And Forsberg is stopped in his tracks again. Under 3 minutes left in the third. Detroit, with a valiant effort tonight, seemed to be in control in the dying minutes of the second period with a 3-goal lead. Gave up 2 quick goals to Colorado. Now they got one of them back. And they're leading by 2 with 2:35 remaining in the third. Forsberg turning. Steps over center. Shot a high one in for Osgood. Colorado changing now as the Red Wings come back. They know their role. Throw it ahead like that. Taylor gets rid of it, takes the hit, and stays back on his own side of the center ice red line. Carty hit his man. Pounded away again. And down the ice. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Troy, and they hang on. They're trying.
Well, the benches are very close together here, even closer than in Joe Louis. Sticks from one team were on the other team's bench. Remember in game 2, Reichel tried to get his stick back. Here's another little baton changing. Primo's stick is lying there, and they're trying to get it here. Ricci won't let him have it. Not going to have it now. So Draper jumps on, slashes the stick out of Ricci's hand. This is pick-up sticks if I've ever seen it. And there's Primo. He broke Ricci's stick, so Ricci hits him in the groin with a water bottle shot. Ah, boys will be boys, won't they? 6 goals allowed tonight by Colorado, the most of any game in these 96 playoffs.
Detroit lining up to the left of Chris Osgood. Detroit went up 2-0. The net empty to our left because of this move. Patrick Waugh gone to the bench. Over 2 minutes left, a 2-goal deficit. Mark Crawford pulling out all the stops on this face-off. Sticks continue to fly. McCarty ripped the stick away from Forsberg, and the referee comes in to have a word with the two.
I think Cherry stole that tape, you know, the stick-em tape, and these guys are now, neither team can hang on to their sticks.
McCarty and Lidstrom made it 2-0 Detroit early in the game. Lemieux scored. Ciccarelli made it 3-1. Ozolinsh scored. 2 goals spread now. Down to 2 minutes left. The net empty at the other end. Krug circles at center. Pettit ahead. They clear the zone. Lemieux was the last one out. Konstantinov in a hurry. Played it over. Lemieux hit his man, but it's kicked out to center by McCarty. 1:45 left. Colorado can't get through. Sakic might. Gets it over the line. That's all, though. The big crowd watching him. It's fired away again. Empty net down there. He missed it. Krug back. That's an icing call. Ricci is having one heck of a time with Konstantinov in behind the play. That was an icing call.
Well, the two of them tangled as the icing call was being made, and Ricci's helmet came off for the 33rd time tonight. And he and Konstantinov exchanged comments, elbows, and sticks. No penalty called yet.
We're down to 1:25 left. Patrick Waugh remains on the bench. Maybe a timeout called right here with 1:25 left. I got up to the Ozolinsh goal.
You wonder whether there should have been icing on that. It seemed to hit the Colorado defenseman. However, 1:25 to go. A timeout called here by one of the two teams. I'm not sure who. And
that shorthanded goal by Konstantinov in the second period appeared to break the backs of Colorado. But Larionov scored to make it 5-2, and you would think that the Avalanche were done then. When Foote scored at 19:44 of the second, and then Deadmarsh 7 seconds later at 19:51. It was a brand new game at 5-4 coming into this third, and Lidstrom, who scored the first period for Detroit, got a big goal 32 seconds of the third period.
You know, that goal 7 seconds, the second goal 7 seconds apart. The Red Wings, when Scotty Bowman looks at the tape, he's going to see 2 of the 3 forwards makes mistakes. He's going to see Konstantinov lose the puck. And that goal really could have spelled problems for the Red Wings. They've recovered by the look of it. But that was a real bonehead move by more than one Red Wing player.
Big face-off here. Colorado almost have to win this one, and they do. Ozolinsh moving up on the boards, getting to the corner. Keane went in there with him. Yzerman is there to break up the play. He doesn't get it out. It's shot in from the line. Osgood didn't see it. Wrapped around the 10. scramble for it. Young nearly knocked one in off the goaltender with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the third period. That was a very close call.
Kevin Collins got knocked on his rear end in the corner when the battle for the puck took place. He's not feeling too good. I'm sure he'll finish the last 1 minute 11. Remember, in round 2 against St. Louis and Detroit, Collins couldn't finish the game. And there he is. He gets pinned while he's trying to jump away and comes right down on his back. Here's another look at it. Don't forget now, these referee linesmen, they don't have all the equipment on the players do.
And you can tell he doesn't have all the equipment on. That hurt Kevin Collins. He's up and ready to get it going again. He's going to drop it in to the left of Chris Osgood. Fedorov will take the face-off for Detroit. We're waiting for the Colorado player, likely Joe Sakic. He's standing in the rim of the circle here. You see Sakic talking to his men. Sakic comes in now. The net is empty. Waugh on the bench. 1:11 left. 6-4 Detroit. They're trying to get back into the series. Red Wings softly play it on the boards, and out Yzerman going after it. What a great effort by Steve Yzerman tonight. Empty net for him now, but he couldn't hang on to it. Gusarov played it ahead. We're in the final minute now. Lemieux is coming in. Lidstrom lines him up. Lemieux saw him. Turn back a bit. Yzerman can't get it out. Quick shot by Forsberg. Osgood saw it. Kamensky took a shot from the goalie Osgood, and then Kamensky turned as if he was going to swing back, but the play had been called and the linesmen get in very quickly. We have only 43.6 seconds left to play in regulation time. A 2-goal spread.
Well, as usual, when the series wears on and Detroit get back into it, like it looks like they will be, people start trying to make statements about Game 4 before Game 3's over.
Game 4, of course, will be here in Denver Saturday.
Kamensky's pinned against the goalpost by Konstantinov, and Osgood gives him a little shot, but Kamensky decides he's not going to retaliate. We have another timeout now.
Colorado this time. Mark Crawford wanting to talk one more time with 43.6 seconds remaining. Coming up tomorrow night, playoffs continue in the Suncoast State, Pittsburgh and Florida. 7:30 Eastern time, so you're invited to join Chris and Scott, Greg Millen and John Garrett for all the coverage in that series.
Well,
Patrick Waugh on the bench, relaxed.
All the Colorado players we talked to after practice this morning, Bob, said we know the Red Wings aren't dead. And they were right. The Red Wings aren't. They came up with a spirited effort this evening. And this series is taking on the complexion we thought it would before it started and before the Wings got down 2-0.
You're telling me when you say the Red Wings have come up with a great effort tonight? The cards were stacked against them. Erie gone with a dislocated shoulder. Yzerman, they weren't sure, but he's played terrific tonight. Coffey, not rest at all. Ozelich tries his shot, high and wide. Time runs down to 35 seconds. Colorado keep it in. Here's his shot down the ice. Cardy giving chase. And a goal at the empty net. Good hustle. Prevent an icing. Yzerman up there again. Young turning back to center. 20 seconds left. Lemieux on the boards. Center tip. And it's cleared out by Fedorov. Detroit will be back in the series. There'll be one more penalty call anyway, at least. With only 5 seconds left. This shot in on the net. Clock winding down. Doesn't stop. The game is over, and I thought Gregson was about to call a penalty, and I think he did against Ciccarelli. Doesn't matter now. This one is rather against Colorado's Lemieux. This one is done, and it's a 6-4 victory for the Detroit Red Wings. And what an effort by these red shirts tonight here climbing back into the series away from home, losing the first 2 at home. staying alive, getting back in it with a 6-4 win tonight in Denver.
At just 99 cents or less for 5 minutes anywhere in Alberta, AGT's long-distance prices are at their lowest ever. 99 cents. It's simple to save. And with free air miles, travel miles, AGT long distance goes further than ever. AGT's always had the value. Now it has the price. 99 cents or less for 5 minutes anywhere in Alberta with an AGT savings plan. Evenings and weekends guaranteed. AGT long-distance prices are at their lowest ever in Alberta and Canada. Call us today.
With our Shield's thin condoms, same great protection, 33% thinner. Shields everything except pleasure.
Hi! Looking for an ideal tank mix partner for mustard in canola?
Then look over here. I'm the ultimate in grass control.
Ha! You couldn't hit the broadside of a quackgrass patch!
Look who's talking, Mr. Afraid of Wildo.
Hey! I can't get everything.
You can't get anything.
If you're looking for the perfect tank mix for mustard, nothing controls wild oats, annual grasses, or quackgrass and canola like Assure.
I'll show ya.
Oh, I'm so afraid!
And now get a $100 rebate for each Assure mustard tank mix treatment you purchase.
With our Shield's thin condoms, same great protection, 33% thinner. Shields everything except pleasure.
Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. Brought to you by Molson Canadian.
The Molson 3 stars in Denver. Nicholas Lidstrom with a pair. Igor Larionov and Adam Deadmarsh. You could put in a word for John Wharton and the captain of the Red Wings, Steve. Heartwarming to say is the word for your performance tonight. How'd you feel?
I felt all right. I thought as the game went on, I started to feel more comfortable and a lot looser. But you know, we really needed a win, obviously, and we're really pleased with the effort we came out with, and we made it exciting, a little more exciting than we cared to. But obviously, we're delighted to get a win here.
What can you pick out some players? I mean, the two kids go in, Pusher and Eriksson, and I thought did a job.
Yeah, I don't know that Jamie played a whole lot. Anders played excellent. He really has a lot of poise and a lot of confidence back there. He's a big, strong guy. Looked excellent. Nick, obviously, Sergei Fedorov played a strong game in both ends of the rink. Was excellent on faceoffs. Chris Draper as well. Darren McCarty along the boards. All our guys really worked hard along the boards.
You and Sergei holding that lead at the end were amazing that you could play about 15 minutes of the third period. Now, no hyperbaric chamber here. How do you...
Thank God.
Maybe that's the nemesis, but what do they do for the next day to try and sustain it?
Just rest. You know, I've been taking it easy, taking a lot of... deep massage, trying to loosen up the muscle in my leg, and spending some time in the whirlpool and just relaxing. Really, it's not all that bad of a life, really.
Hey, the only grin bigger than yours is grapes back over there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's Steve Yzerman, captain of the Red Wings. Here's we're going to get a glimpse of. Way to go, Steve. He's going to do an ESPN interview. There you go. Scotty Bowman. Well, maybe pointing the alligator head, too. What does he point at? He's telling Johnny Wharton, the therapist, that he'd done a tremendous job. And did he ever? Draper, Yzerman, you can't imagine the bumps that he took care of to get the team ready. Tomorrow evening, Mario's over the flu, and he and the Penguins are in Miami. We'll have that game for you at 7:30 Eastern. We're back here Saturday night with the Red Wings back in the series. Compliments of Osgood, Konstantinov, and an entire team effort that spelled 6-4 Detroit. For all of us, thanks for watching from Colorado tonight, and good night.